everyone. Hello. So first and foremost, as you could tell, we are joined by Wes and Sidney. Randy and Sam and Kylie are out on amazing adventures, vacations, conventions, and everything else, all worthy and all well earned. So we're going to have a little bit of fun in a different way tonight. But before we tell you what that is, let's meet our players as we know them now. Let's start off with Wes. Wes, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi, everybody. I am Wes. I am playing Dragon Targir, the Duskwalker Magus, and we are both he, him.
Lovely. To change that a bit. All right. Yes, from Psyche, I saw that. It does say a thing. I'll probably fix it in a bit. Well, Sidney, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Oh, hello. My name is Sidney Rubino. I play Lona, the half-elf cloister cleric, and my pronouns are she, her. And tonight I'm drinking coffee, which could be a mistake, and that's fine. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be a wild ride, y'all. You have no idea. You have no idea. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Psyche.
Yay!
All right. Well, I guess let's go to me. My name is PJ Megaw. I am the GM of Edge of Legend and Nat 20 Productions official here on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything else in between. Now, here's a quick recap, because to tell you what we're going to do today, you kind of have to know at least one small detail. So, what happened last week? Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked. So there they were going on their journey, finally leaving Shelator behind them. A little more charred and a little more money back to the common folk, as I think we can all agree is very earned. So as they make it rain and make it burn, they take a trip south. As they go south of Shelator, they take a minute to set up camp, where some people just kind of get to know each other a little more. Some through sitting around the campfire and having a conversation, and others by having a bromant, if you will. Dragon and Morel and Tobias go deep into the woods and help Dragon deal with kind of his father issues by drinking heavily and wrestling, and then just having, crying moments, like, good moments, get those energy out. And then if you haven't seen the TikTok clip, Morel short leather shorts, and a panic-induced Alona also kind of happened, which was also Dragon's fault because he stole all of Morel's clothes and hid them.
I technically didn't steal his clothes. Okay, I had Tobias do it, which technically means that you did it, PJ.
Look, I can't suffer that much metacognition right now. Okay, so from there they have a good camp night, good bonding all the way around. The next day, as they travel, they run into, a traveling theater troupe that was an offshoot of the theater company that Ichi owns. And they got to take the stage because the main actors couldn't make it and improvise their way through a script that they didn't know. And I hope you guys go back and check out the VOD, because everyone was just funny and brilliant, and I love it. And Sam, if you're watching this, we're definitely bringing this back so that you can do it too. Then after a long journey and a level 5 hype train, the heroes eventually stumble upon a dark and rainy, miserable forest where the mud is thick and gets in your boots and slows you down. And as they're just drenched in mud, a horrible dragon descends upon them. And as they are readying a horrible dragon breath to kill them, the loud pop and roll of thunder echoes as a giant gaping hole is punched through the dragon's back. As the dragon dropped dead in front of them, a tall woman, about 6'1", wearing an olive drab uniform, hair up in a bun, and carrying a very large, out of character, very large gun, smiles and says, "Well, I go by many names, but around here, they just call me Camouflage." Now, if you've seen any of our Night Witches shots for charity, then you know we're on the precipice of everyone's favorite New Jack City. But we're going to do things a little differently today, because we're missing some people and we don't want them to miss out on this journey. So join me in very unusual alternate universe version of Edge of Legend. Will you join me on this? Imagine Edge of Legend, but different. How different? Well, let me set the scene. The echoing thunder of the shotgun shell ricochets and bounces in the air, causing thunder itself to tremble under the black powder of human ingenuity. A terrifying thing, but only terrifying as the dragon that was slain. And as this ricochet sound echoes to the trees, unfortunately, Dragon and Alona are knocked off their legs and into the dirt on their knees. With a big thud, they slip into a fugue state, unconsciousness. Dark and mud transforms into a bright, beating light, the kind that pounds your eyes and bakes your skin. This hot heat, dry and arid, and green grass grows in spite of this almost. Green grass, huge sloping hills, and somewhere on this massive, almost mountain that's just curving around, you see in big white letters, kind of offset by just a little bit, Acadia.
Oh my God.
The horses seem to be ready and armored for war, but their hooves are now replaced by circular shoes of rubber. We now open up an alternative universe Edge of Legend set in Los Angeles 2022. Welcome to episode 26, the AU Nightmare. So let's open up in the sweaty leather upholster of a black leather couch in a big, empty and vacuous room. Everything is a bright white. The rug is a bright white. The walls are a bright white. The tiles that kind of upset from the stair and go into a kitchen with a beautiful open design, all white. The only thing that's not is the black leather couch and the massive black monolith that stands in front of you, flat with a shiny front. And then you hear an unusual sound. It is a horrible ringing, a bell, but it doesn't sound like it's coming nearby. It sounds like it's loud and obtrusive, coming from a small stone, ringing really hard. Now, this ringing gives you a horrible headache, the both of you.
Ugh. I'm gonna smack the thing away. So loud. Smack.
Ilona goes over to inspect the ringing thing.
You see a stone, rectangular in shape, harsh in angles, glossy though, like a polished mirror, but lights up the magical aura. And staring at it in front of you, you see a large orange button that says snooze, and a smaller one below it that says stop. You see numbers blaring on it that tell you that it is indeed 11:30 a.m., whatever that means.
Alana, what is that? Where the hell are we?
Ilona just hits stop.
As you stop, as if removing a fuse from a goblin bomb, the noise stops immediately. And then you see as that fades, image, almost like a portrait, but it's too realistic. It's too perfect. You see in the background a picture of a half-elven woman, long blonde hair, wearing a very beautiful white gown with gold sequins, and she has a choker with the corsage of a purple passion flower. Alona, you recognize this image as you.
I'm my own phone background, really?
You don't? Is it your phone?
Are you in it? influencer.
Oh my god, no. Oh, wait, is this the background or am I seeing my reflection?
In your background. Well,
You
you
mean
saying
my
a background.
My background is me. God damn it.
What am I? Okay, I need to know. What am I wearing? What are we wearing?
Yes.
Okay.
What are we wearing?
So, you look for a mirror. You eventually find one, though a bit messy and disheveled. Alona, you are wearing. I have to take a minute to make a lot of judgment calls here.
Do you want me to shoot? Do you want me to do this for you so you don't give me 2 eyeshadows?
But 2 eyeshadows, that's a lot of makeup.
A lot of makeup, PJ.
Yes, please describe for me what Alona would be wearing after a very, very exciting and important party.
Oh,
You got trashed. What are you wearing after you got trashed?
I imagine she's in an oversized white t-shirt that across the front has cinnamon rolls, not gender rolls, with a bun on the front, and it's a Bun Boys t-shirt. So it's an oversized Bun Boys merch t-shirt that she's wearing. She's wearing just shorts under it. You can't see those because the shirt's too big. It's a dress. It's like an triple XL. And she's got knee-high red socks and her hair in a bun instead of the braids. And no makeup. Very tired. Very confused. Alona.
So PJ.
Yes.
Oh God.
I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
Now I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, but whatever this is, would it be Dragon or Dragon's perception of himself?
I'm going to say this is Dragon, still blue skin. This is definitely Dragon.
Because I was going to say, because if it's a mental projection of himself, he technically would look like his original form.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. This is
This
you blue
Dragon.
skin. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Just wanted to clarify that. All right. So I would imagine Dragon is wearing, if he was at a party the night before, he's wearing black leather pants and has no shirt on.
Is he wearing a bunch of jewelry or any other accessories?
I would say that he definitely has some black eyeliner on. He's rocking that kind of like rocker look.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. His hair is definitely long right now, but he's got like some streaks of blue in it as well.
Oh my God, he's a rock star. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then he's wearing like really nice black leather cowboy boots.
Okay. So you kind of see what you look like, and as you do, you notice that the really nice carpeted and really nice tile area kind of has like flat, raise a step, goes back to the open kitchen. As you're looking on there, you see there's a staircase going up a floor, at least up a floor. You can kind of look to your far right, see a sliding door in what appears to be the idea of some water, some running water. You see this massive flat horizontal stone, and you're kind of getting your bearings. As you do, you hear a jingle sound come from behind a door, something rustling, metallic and rustling, and you're going to hear like some sort of paper kind of crumple a bit until finally the latch turns with a clack, the door opens, and you see coming in, although a bit awkward as they're trying to carry too much, wearing cuffed camel brown khakis, brown loafers, a pink button-up shirt that is clinging to their form as much as possible, with a bedazzled little like gold slogan on the back that says "Ask me about my feminist agenda," carrying 2 boxes which you can smell have Bun Boy donuts and pastries in them, and an entire thing of coffee. In comes Morel as he checks his golden watch, going,
Yes.
all right, I've been gone now for about 35 minutes, hopefully. Oh, you're awake. Hopefully I didn't wake you up with the door. I just figured you might want some breakfast.
Oh,
Yep. This is my this is my house when I'm here. It's not the house I use when I go traveling.
you've been traveling with us on our adventures?
No. What? Mate, are you having adventures and not telling me?
What?
Look, the last time you went to Minerva's tree, I thought I was never going to see you again. You apparently partied a little too hard with our friend, and you saw ghosts the whole bloody night.
You saw ghosts?
Hi. What are you wearing?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
He looks and goes, "Hi, which is the outfit I wore last night for the party? So you told me I should wear the pink shirt. I was at my phone there on the floor. I'm so sorry." He puts down the food. He goes to pick up the phone. I left it here on the counter. It must have been. Oh, sorry.
Alone has no idea what the cultural significance of that is. And what's a phone?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Did you just ask me what a phone is?
Yeah, I'd like to know that one too. What's a phone?
Give me a diplomacy check.
I think that's a 13 for me, so not great.
Okay. I guess I should roll diplomacy as well. That's much better than a 13. Wow. I'm panicking. Oh no, I didn't upgrade my skills yet. I'll just do mental math. It's 27.
27. Okay. So Morel kind of looks at you with their beard, which is now like perfectly cut and shaped, and the three horrible scars now like kind of like zip fades on the side of their hair. And you can see like a golden necklace that just kind of hangs down in the pink shirt, and like a bunch of really nice rings, and he is living the bling life. And he says, "You don't know what? Okay, well, assuming you're just joking with me. So a phone is that really expensive thing that we're all going in on to make sure we can talk to each other and don't lose track of each other with your lifestyles." And he picks up his, he goes, "This is mine. See, it's got my girlfriend right there on it. And I text you all with this so that we can talk long distances."
Wait, hold up. And does Dragon see the background and that it's Alona? Does Dragon see that? Out of curiosity.
I'm gonna let Sidney inform you if you see that or not.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Your boyfriend and girlfriend. You two are dating.
Yeah, we've been dating for like 5 years, mate.
5 years.
Yeah.
Dragon just loses it. Like, yes.
Wow.
This is great. This is great news. Great news.
That's a long time.
I mean, it's honestly flown by. I feel like anyway. You know, I think the dogs though really kind of made it all seem like it just went by faster.
Dogs?
We have dogs.
Oh yeah, we have too. I wonder how they're doing. I should probably go back and check on them.
I want to check on the dogs too.
Oh right. Great. Let's go outside and we'll go check on the dogs. By the way, I didn't have any chance to clean like nothing. So if you see a body or a beer can, do whatever you want to do. Just don't judge, please.
Like a dead body?
Yeah.
No. Dead. I hope not dead. I mean, we were partying pretty hard last night.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know where my shirt went. or what these. Where did I get these pants?
Mate, I hate to tell it to you. You don't wear shirts like ever.
I mean, I distinctly remember wearing shirts. And wait a minute, hold up. Time out. The last time I saw you, you were in shorts.
Wait, those banana yellow ones I got for when we went to the Alcifar Springs. I haven't worn those in a couple of years, mate.
I don't
They were
know.
wrestling. They were wrestling shorts.
Yes, wrestling shorts.
I mean, I did amateur wrestling in high school, but I don't think you were in my life around then.
I just kind of like look at Alona like in show. What is happening right now?
I don't know. And I'm a little I'm happy, but do you also remember that there was a big dragon in front of us before all of this?
Oh shit, did we die?
Oh my god, did we die?
You just see Morel go, no one died to my knowledge. Right, so you and Chio and Ichi and Lothier got into a drinking game called Last Man Standing, which you, my love, you said was very patriarchal, and then you made sure that you would drink everyone under the table, which you did. I'm actually kind of surprised you don't have a bloody headache right now.
I have one.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. You want some? I got some meds for you if you want it.
So where are they now?
Oh, they left last night. They went home.
It went
Okay.
home?
Yeah. Look, Chio lives in the hills. Has a great little spot there, and that's a long drive. Ichi had a big prep day for what she's doing. She's doing a show in Asbakan, so she has to go prep and get ready for that. Make sure her passports are all settled side by side. Lothier is actually going to a major convention for seeding and oil repository and recycling.
Okay. So
None of this is ringing a bell at all.
Not even a single small tiny bell. You said that Shaunibus was going for a drive. I didn't know that she owned cattle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, her family owns a major airline, and they have connections to a huge oil repository off in Nubia. But other than that, like, no, she has a car, mate. She's an adult woman.
Give us one second, Morel. I think that Dragon and I had a rough night, and we, just give us a minute. Would you mind making us some coffee?
Yeah. Hold on. He reaches forward. He put the 2 boxes of donuts and pastries and other things down, and he gets out like a little. It looks like a cup, but it looks flimsy, like it's made of paper. Put down. Gets a pretty big, hefty bin. Screws off the top. Hits a button and starts pouring out fresh, hot, roasted coffee into one of these cups. And then he goes, "All right, here you go. Some coffee for you." Here he hands these really weird packets that shake like rattles, and he puts them down. Here's some sugar. I know you don't like the full sugar, so I got you the hazelnut sugar and the almond milk. I'll go check on the dogs. They're probably very hungry, and they're probably worried where I am. So you're worrying me. How much did you drink last night?
No idea. Have fun with that.
I didn't drink enough. Clearly.
So as he turns, you hear this rushing sound of a door opening up, and he looks and he goes, "Where's my boys? Where's Mush? Where's my mushy boys?" And you hear this like loud, and you see what looks like a mastiff with a giant badger streak going down his back, like run up to him, put paws on his shoulders, on Morel's shoulders, and start licking his face. And he's just like, "Oh, you're daddy's big boy. Yes, you are. Oh, that breath is really terrible, man. Let's put it down now. Where's your sister? Where is she?" And then all of a sudden, this tiny corgi with a pink collar, like studded diamonds, comes up and just wiggles her butt, tongue out, and he kind of leans down and he goes, "Yes, you're my favorite little girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's get you some treats." And then he walks off with the two, closing the door behind him. You have this at least 2 to 3 story house in LA all to yourself.
First off, what is happening? Second
Lona
off,
looks.
go for it.
No, you go. Go ahead.
Second off, the little dog was adorable.
What was the little dog's name?
He didn't say.
Oh.
His sister. Did the big dog remind you of the thing that killed him a little bit?
No. I've no idea. Dragon. She takes him by the shoulder. Dragon. Look at me.
Yep.
I think we've been cursed.
Cursed?
I think we've been cursed.
I'm gonna take you to back a step and just put their hands down by her heads. Okay, I want you to think about this just for a second. This is very weird, but if we were cursed, wouldn't bad things be happening to us? I think
they haven't happened yet.
I think that there's a possibility we might have died and crossed over because we woke up after a night of drinking, apparently, and somebody brought us coffee and donuts.
This is not what the afterlife looks like.
Are you sure?
Well, now I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We could have gotten eaten by a dragon.
Wait. Oh my God, maybe we did. No. Okay. So where we were before this, I recognize that the sky got dark. There was a magical dragon. There was a lady with a gigantic boomstick thing.
You're right.
Yes.
I want one.
I think we were at the edge of New Jack City.
Is that what this looks like?
No.
Oh.
Well, kind of, but no. New Jack City is kind of cursed in its own way, where the city itself really made the god of magic super angry. So the god of magic kind of cursed the land around New Jack City to be full of monsters all the time, demons, and there's like a constant battleground basically. So what if we accidentally did something and now we have to get out of here? This isn't right.
Are you saying that because you and Morel are boyfriend and girlfriend, have been for 5 years?
That's irrelevant. That is an irrelevant piece of information.
Are you sure?
Listen. We have a moral duty to get back to save our friends, because we don't know if maybe we're stuck in an alternative place and they might need our help. Who's gonna heal? Lothier doesn't have that much heal.
Look, okay, they all know how to apply a band-aid every once in a while. It's fine. All right. Now that I'm thinking about it, no, they're not fine. That's a terrible plan. Oh boy, they'll all die without us. And by that I mean, actually, with you, they might have higher chances of survival. With me, and given the things that have been happening recently, am I the cursed one?
Am I the drama?
Am I the cursed one? You might be the cursed one.
No. Well, I mean, you are kind of, because you're blue, but you're still blue.
Wait.
Dragon.
I am still blue. So,
Dragon.
wait a minute. If I died, wouldn't I look like I did before? Maybe?
I think so.
Huh.
So we must still be alive somehow, which means that if this isn't a curse,
Okay.
we might have been shot into something else entirely magical, and we have to find our way out.
All right. So the donuts and the coffee was temptation to stay.
Maybe. Well,
Okay.
I asked for the coffee.
Well, but he came back with it already.
Right.
This is like our fantasy land. It's trying to give us whatever we would want. You got a morel and I got donuts and coffee. Speaking of which, and he goes over and he's gonna grab the donuts.
So as you open it up, first of all, the smell of fresh pastries and sugar wafts into your face with the warmth and familiarity of a sweater or a favorite scarf. Now what you're looking at is everything that you've ever ordered from Bun Boys ever, but now there's this kind of mass-produced quality to it. It's kind of lost its luster, its spark. It's still good. But as you're looking at the box, you kind of put it back down. You see the Bun Boys logo now, it's like a little TM in a circle, and they now have this logo.
This is, I think Ichi and I are going to have a conversation about quality control.
But see, maybe it's all fake. Maybe it's all fake, and then therefore less good. Because look at this. This is a nice place, presumably, but I'm sure there's lots of things wrong with it. Like maybe it's really expensive.
I mean, look, if you've been most places, things are just expensive. I mean, I'll be honest, the prices of things in ore was not great.
Well, we have a struggling economy. We've been working on it. Okay, listen.
Yeah, I mean the lack of sunlight probably has something to do with that.
No, it's not great. So, what are we gonna do?
Well, do we like run away? But do you wait? Do you have one of those what did he call it? The weird block thing with the picture of you on it. Fun? No.
Ilona checks the pocket that's gonna be in her shorts.
Okay. As you do check it, you find a very similar little device that woke you up this morning. It's Ilona, please describe for me what your Los Angeles alternate universe cell phone would look like.
Okay. It's a case that is purple, and it has like the back is like see-through, and it's got little gel in it, and in the gel are like little like sparkles, and so when you move the phone, there's sparkles in the purple gel, and then there's also like a pop socket on the back so you can hold it easier. The pop socket's got a flower on it, a passion flower. And are you asking me what the phone background is, PJ? Is that what you're asking me?
You know what? Yeah, I'll be a jerk. Yeah, please tell us what picture is on your phone background.
It's a picture of Morel and Ilona, and they're kissing.
Ooh.
And Ilona sees this and drops the phone.
Hold on. Dragon attempts to catch the phone.
Yeah, good. Go ahead. Give me a
Reflex?
Yeah, give me a reflex save.
I believe that's a dirty 20.
Okay. It kind of bounces out of your hand a bit, but you're able to finally get both hands on it before it hits the ground.
Oh, I'm keeping this.
No, it's mine. You can't keep it.
No, it's mine.
And no, it's not. Well, let's see your phone. Let's see your phone.
I'm like, all right. So I like gingerly hand it back. I'm saving a mental picture of that forever. Just need you to know that. So I look in my pockets. Do I have a phone on me?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you absolutely do.
Okay.
It's hard to get into because of the leather pants, but once you kind of sneak your hand in there, I want you to describe for me what your cell phone looks like.
So it's an all black phone with a case that almost looks like it's wrapped in like metal chains.
Mm-hmm.
100%, absolutely. And then I click, like, look around and see the button and push it, and the phone background is me or Dragon riding a dragon with a microphone in his hand.
Yes.
Is Dragon?
I have a fucking
star?
dragon. I have a dragon in this world. We're never leaving.
No, Dragon, that's exactly what the world wants you to think.
But I have a dragon here, Alona.
It's not right, Dragon.
Your phone. Look at your phone with a picture of you, a dragon, and you see you have like 10 unanswered. You see these little strips of white all over it, and it's this unusual series of numbers and a name by it, and then the words voice mail. You see 4 of those just like that from the same series of numbers. And then you see a series of texts, and it says, "Are you dead, man? Yeah, you better be dead, man. I swear to God, if you're not dead, so Azmat better hold me back because I'll come for you. You're 3 hours late. Where are you?"
Alona, someone's angry with me. I don't. And I'd like just start tapping on it to see what happens. Like I don't. All right, you know magic. Fix this.
Okay. Alona takes the phone. Alona opens the phone.
Make them not angry at me, please.
Who's texting him, PJ?
So you go to the text. The number isn't saved, but you can tell from looking through the conversation. It's someone who knows him very well. That scrolling up, you see the text bubbles that are saying, "Yeah, man, for sure, I'll be there at like 8 a.m. We're gonna get these tracks done, and then we're just gonna go, dragon hunting out in the Deadlands. It's gonna be great." And then below it says, "You better not be lying to me, man. I can't, I can't handle that again. But I'm looking forward to working with you in the studio."
I think we might need deciphering of this one, but it sounds like you're late to something.
What am I late for?
They said something about a studio. A studio. And then dragon hunting.
I'm late for dragon hunting?
Well, you're late for a studio and then dragon hunting. I think you have to do the studio thing first.
But what is a studio?
I don't.
Wait a minute.
Morale?
Morale knows what's going on. He knew about the dogs. He knew about you guys dating for a long time. We're the only ones who don't know. So if we find Morale, maybe he can translate what all of this means.
So what we can do, okay, plan of action. What we can do is pretend that after a really bad night of drinking or whatever we did, we don't remember anything. And so he's going to have to explain it to us. And it's not going to be weird. And then maybe if we do all of the tasks that we're supposed to do today, then we can go home.
But I have a dragon here.
Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
My guy.
Yeah.
Look at me. I know that this seems like everything you have ever wanted.
Donuts could have been better.
almost everything you've ever
Mhm.
wanted. But we have a job to do. And as much fun as this detour might be, and as much as it might be really nice to stay here, and as much as it honestly pains me to say, we gotta figure out how to get back home.
Can I go dragon hunting first?
Yes.
It's on the agenda.
Yes, you can have that.
Okay, thank you.
You can have that.
Mhm.
So as you're having this conversation, eventually the door opens up and you see Morel with his kind of pink tucked in, very nice button up t-shirt, buttons down, his khaki pants, and he's holding that corgi again. The corgi is just like licking his arm and just big brown eyes, no thoughts, only vibes, just happy to be in Morel's arms. And he's just going, he's like, oh, Mr. Mush is just mean, isn't he? Your big brother doesn't like to let you get your treats, does he, Jojo? No, he doesn't, Joe.
The dog name is Jojo. It's adorable.
And
You
he- and
named
he-
the dog Joe.
He goes, no, Josephina.
Perfect.
Can I hold the fluff ball?
Of course, hold on. I don't know if she's going to like you. She does have a particular affinity for me, unfortunately.
What happens?
Give me a nature check.
Oh no. Oh, I mean, for Dragon, that's really, really high.
Oh,
So that is a, let's see. Wow. Okay. So that's a 23.
All right, 23. Yeah. So he hands you Josephina. And by the way, you see Josephina is spelled Joesyyph.
Okay.
And so as you hold Josie, she looks at you, kind of does a squirm in midair as her legs are just kind of swimming. And the tension is building, like she might bark or be upset. She just starts licking your hand.
Yay. Look, I thank you for this. And he's just gonna like sit down and pet the dog on the couch.
Oh, the dog is loving it. As you're petting it, you can see
Who's
her
a girl?
little fluffy butt just kind of shaking and her little nubby tail wagging. She's trying to like crane her head up to kind of look at you some more.
Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Yes, this dog is so fluffy, Morel. This is great.
That's my little Josephine, my little Joey. Oh, she's perfect. I love her with all my heart.
Oh, while I'm doing this, can you help me translate what's going on this thing? Someone seems mad.
Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, they're pissed at you,
Yes.
mate. Looks like you once again walked out on another recording session.
What's that?
Your job, man.
I missed a bounty?
No. Are you all right?
And he kind of like sits there and remembers what Alona said. It's like, yes, lots of drink. Don't really, too much drinking. Don't remember a lot.
Oof.
Then like smiles and keeps going back to petting the dog.
He just kind of shakes and he goes, I guess people get all the luxuries. And he pulls out their phone, tries to look around. All right, here you are, right? That's you up on stage with your leather pants and the microphone. That's your band. And over there's your girlfriend in the band. And the big banner overhead, the one that's on fire. Yeah, that's your band, Dragon Hunters.
Alona, I'm a band, and we're called Dragon Hunters.
And you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, my girlfriend. What does my girlfriend look like?
So first of all, you're seeing yourself looking awesome, 6-pack abs, a whole bunch of like paint on your face. Your girlfriend has like long jet black hair, this amazing war paint like all over her face, like a black eye stripe right across here, and lines here and there. She's wearing this black leather kind of corset, and this like spiked collar that's just like hanging chains down. And she's just covered in like heavy, like spiky jewelry. And she's actually standing up the drum kit in the back, and she has this long, like black leather dress on. She also has a microphone by the drum kit. And he continues to go, yeah, it's your girlfriend. You all met on tour for back when you had different bands. She was the opera metal singer for another band. I think it was called Fireball. And you were in a band at the time. I think it was called Contract for Hire. It wasn't your best day, mate. But you found each other on tour. You hit it off, like smash it brilliantly. And then you made your own band here in Acadia.
Oh, we're in Acadia.
Yeah, we all live. Yeah, mate, we all live on like hold on, I have to for a second. Yeah, we all live like on the northwest side of Acadia. I want to see, well, Acadia City in Acadia County, Acadia.
It's a lot of Acadias.
Yeah.
I'm in a band. Didn't see that coming. Are we a successful band?
I mean, not outselling the Braggy brothers, but you do like at least full continent tours every other year.
That sounds good.
I don't know what your take home is, mate. It's not my business. But what I know is to afford those pants and this much forgiveness, I have to be doing pretty well.
Oh, that's good.
Alona, we can buy whatever we want here.
I think we can do that back home too.
Fair. So this studio where I'm supposed to record things, how do we get there?
You all took a Jeremy, right?
A what?
What?
The Jeremy system, the ride-sharing app that everyone uses to get everywhere around Acadia. Because I know you all drink like you're fighting death, so I assumed you took a Jeremy to get here.
I don't live here.
I didn't kidnap any children named Jeremy. No.
Dear Azimuth, I hope you didn't, mate. I'm not gonna have you in my house if you do.
All I'm saying is I don't know anyone named Jeremy.
Okay. I know it's a very unfortunate name, but the thing is that it's the name of the app, it's the name of the company. Jeremy, Jermee, Jeremy.
Looks Alona. Do you know what he's talking about?
No.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, there is an app to get places in this land. Sure. Okay.
Is that like summoning a bat?
Oh. Maybe.
Hold on a second.
Is this a form of magic?
He gets out his phone. You see on the phone there's these little cubes, this little picture of cubes all over the place, like signs almost, like tavern signs. And one of them is a hand doing this, and it says JRMEE, the Jeremy app. He clicks on it and he goes, all right, looks like there is 4 bats near us. If you need a bat, 2 griffins, and 1 long car. So it depends on what you need.
Can we take a griffin, Alona? Please, can we take a griffin?
Okay, we can take a griffin.
Yes. Griffin. We want to take a griffin. Do you want to come? I really don't know what I'm doing.
I feel like it. Hold on a second. And he looks at this stone, his phone, and you see his thumbs just thumbing away and patting at it. You can even hear this really unusual clicking sound, like heels against wood, until finally
Your rock is making a weird noise. I think you broke it.
Oh, mate. You need to lay off the drink. All right. No, I had to call. I had a text in work. I won't be able to do field assignments today.
What's work?
Yep.
Babe, you know I've been a high-ranking officer in Platinum Hammer Field and reconnaissance. I thought you knew. Yeah.
He called you babe.
He puts a phone away and he points to his hip. You see this Platinum Hammer logo, and it says Captain Harkesian, First Hammer of the West Brigade. And he puts it on his belt hip, and he's like, yeah, just the other day, remember I told you how really hard it was to slay a demon. You know, it looked like a child, and at first I wanted to save it, but then tried to kill me, and I had to, you know.
Yeah. Yes, that was so hard for you.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you do really intense things for your job. Yes.
I do exorcisms, demons, and rehabilitations. It's not easy work.
No, it sure is not. And you can afford this apartment. That's incredible.
Oh, you mean this house? I live in a house.
You live in a house?
Yeah. Well, we do when you want to. You have your own home if you want to get away and get your own room. I can't keep the
home.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys are dating, but you have separate homes?
Yeah, we understand that sometimes couples need their own private space, but that does not make the time they spend together any less meaningful or fulfilling. Of course.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's my home?
Hold on. If you go north and then west over a little bit, you have this what's a really charming one-story home, but you really liked, I think you got the vibes of it.
Great. Good. That's awesome.
Quick question. If you don't have the Jeremy thing, how do you get around?
Mate, I have a car. I drive.
Can you drive us? You said you weren't going into work anyway.
Yep.
I can do that. We save some money on the Jeremy. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Let's go. Let's ride the thing.
All right.
And then on the trip, you can tell me what I do.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know your job as well as you do, but I'll do my best. Give me little Joey. I got to put Josephine back outside.
Oh.
His name's Joey.
Her name is Josephina, and you look at this little rose gold name tag. And it's Josephina, spelled Joesy Fina.
And like Dragon's like reluctantly like looking down, like, can we bring Joey with us?
Ooh, I really shouldn't. I don't think there's any place for her.
All right.
I just hate it if I hit the brakes really fast and send her flying. You know, she's little. I don't want to hurt her.
I'll hold her the whole time.
Let me get on her anxiety sweater. It'll make her feel a lot better on the road.
She has an anxiety sweater.
He goes like running up the stairs, and you can hear his like dum 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 dum. Opens a door. Some time passes.
Okay, maybe we don't have to leave just yet.
Right? I mean, look.
I mean, what?
I just was gonna. I mean, look. That's it. Look around. This is pretty great.
It is pretty great. I want to see my house.
I also want to see your house. I want to see my house too. Do I have a house?
Wait, you probably have a house. You're in a band. I think those are a big deal around here.
I hope so, because if they're like a band from where I come from in Spegard, it's like not such a good thing. If you're in a band, you get beaten up.
What?
Look, they like bards. Like if there's a group of bards, it's too many bards.
Too many parts.
Too many parts.
So a few minutes, he comes back down with this adorable matching pink colored sweater for little Josephina, and embroidered in the same gold that's on the back of his shirt that says "Ask me my feminist agenda." He puts it on her, and then he gets like a little pink cat hoodie, puts it on her little quirky head, and goes, "All right, now my little girl's all safe. I'm feeling good." And she can tell by the sweater she's about to go out. So like her tail's going crazy, but her eyes are kind of full of anxiety.
I can hold the sweater dog.
And he goes, "Oh, she does seem to like you. Hey, baby, it's all right if Mush is out back. He's got plenty of food. It's all right if he holds on to our little dog daughter." All right. Well, here you go. I guess I should call you Uncle Dre Dre. Uncle Dre Dre, here you go. Here's
Yes.
Josephina.
Yeah, Uncle Dre Dre's here.
So he gets his keys, he gets his wallet, he gets his phone. He makes sure he's got everything, and he looks at you all as he's opening the door. He goes, "Do you have everything you need?"
Do I?
I'm asking you, mate. Do you have everything you need? Phone, keys, wallet, watch.
Theoretically, where would I find those things?
You know what? If I find them, I will just send them to your condo. How about that, mate?
You have a condo.
It's a condo.
It's like an apartment, but bigger. Why am I telling you? It's where you bloody live.
Uh-huh.
You don't
We
remember
drank so much. Just give us time, and
Yeah,
we'll see better.
Fuzzy.
You don't remember the penthouse condo in West Acadia? Mate, I had to co-sign that for you. You had the money, but your credit was rubbish.
Credit. I'm asking too many questions. Maybe we just go and we'll figure out what credit is along the way.
All right. Sounds like a plan. And he just opens the door, shakes his head, and you see his front yard, this immaculate green grass front yard with beautiful trimmed plants and bushes, and this kind of walkway that goes to kind of down a hill. And down the hill where the walkway ends, you see this, well, your character would not know, but it is this really nice big red Jeep with khaki interior and the black, almost like hard roof kind of electronically moves into a certain compartment. You can also tell by the very sleek designs that this is Emmerich Motors. And with that, he walks over, he hits a weird thing in his hand, and you hear this loud beeping sound. It only happens once. He opens the door for Alona and kind of points for you to jump into the back. And then he kind of goes around and gets into the driver's side.
Okay, you've got your carriage. Where are the horses? Should I go get them out of the stable or?
No, mate, we don't use horses on open roads. We use horses in the vineyard and other things.
How does it go?
Oh, now I understand the confusion because once they got rid of the key turn, it's been weird. No, what we do is we press the button and that actually starts the solar motor on the inside, and then it just reads my biometrics from that. It's really top of the line. I hate it. It's a bit too flash, but it's better for the environment.
It looks cool. Can I drive it?
No. I love you, mate. I really do. But you already crashed the last 3 Ravon Diablos, and I'm really worried.
Ravon?
Yeah,
that's
Ravon Diablos. It's like one of the fanciest cars you can buy. Well, of course, the Magadon 3 class, which is very expensive. Like no one can afford those.
Magadon?
Yeah. Look, it's it's not really Magadon. They just use the imaging for branding, like cars. It's hella fast. Oh, I hated that campaign.
We should go.
Yeah,
Right.
let's do that. I want to
Okay.
see how this horseless carriage operates. Also, is this all of yours? And he like motions to like the land, like the yard and the grass and stuff. You like own this whole thing?
Oh no. I own this house, the two pools in the back, well the 1.5 pools in the back, of course. This car, the other 2 cars in the garage. This is mine. My family owns, and he points, and you see just this absolute smattering of McMansions all over the place. He goes, they own those.
Oh, that's great. I mean, this grassy area right here outside of your house, you own that too?
Comes with the house.
Where's your garden?
My God.
Yeah. What, you have all this grassy land. Why is there no garden?
Not really for me, mate. I'm not much of a gardener. Hey, babe, do you want to talk about getting a garden? Maybe we can put one in the back, hit like a nice little plot, grow some like tomatoes.
Yeah.
Hey. Sorry, are you trying to make a statement that you're like too wealthy for a garden or something?
No. I did not opt for the garden. I didn't want a garden.
Okay, all right. Out of character. That was actually one of the things for a yard was if you had a yard, you were showing that you were wealthy enough not to have to have a garden.
Oh, I see how that works. Okay. So he takes off, and you're wondering, how does horseless carriage work? The answer, very well. You hear this roaring from right in front of him, and this thing just peels off. And the wind is just brushing by you, and he kind of puts on some sunglasses and leans over, and he starts kind of just poking around this thing. It lights up, and you see a bunch of different images until finally he puts it on what's called Alona's Speed Demon playlist. And he kind of turns it up a little bit and just keeps driving. I'll be right back. I want you to talk amongst yourself. You're in basically the equivalent of a Tesla Jeep hauling ass at about 85. Back.
So first thing I hold the dog up into the wind. And we both have the same reaction, just like, Alona, this is awesome. It has a dragon inside of it, like a mini dragon that makes it go.
Ilona's like playing with the middle console, like looking through the playlist. Look, Dragon, I think you're on here.
I am?
Yeah. I'm going to hit your song. What does your music sound like, Dragon?
It's like heavy metal.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it.
So you hear like somebody on the voice going, Lord is on today, like, it's the whole like screamo sort of deal.
That's incredible. I love this.
And then the female vocals comes on, and that's like much sweeter and like good singing versus in addition to the screamo stuff. It's like a good pairing.
So what's your girlfriend like, Dragon? I didn't know you had a girlfriend. Well, maybe I did.
I didn't either. I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't know either. But how's it dating Morel for 5 years? The first thing I did was look for a ring. I was sad that there wasn't one. But you never know.
When did you have to?
But I just looked on his finger. Yeah, on you and on him. I was hoping in this world that there was, this is Fantasyland, okay? It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Right. I also imagine we're probably texting this because Morel's still right there.
Oh, I thought we were like both in the back seat or something.
I thought I was in the front seat.
Oh, are you?
I think so.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe I'm just like on the side of the chair, like whispering through the crack in the seat. So
incredible.
Like,
Let's go with that. Yeah.
You have 2 dogs and and 2 houses.
I think I have a separate house because I don't like the idea of living off of him completely, and therefore I have my own property to to have my own autonomy as a person.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Well, I think so. Also, it's kind of strange that he lives on a property with his family because in our world, he was banished.
Well, yes, that's true. But this world's very odd. Very, very odd. Do you think our magic works here?
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a good point. Can I pray?
Are you asking that out of character?
No, I'm asking that
Sure.
in character.
I mean, I don't know. And I like set the corgi down in the seat next to me, and I pulled my hand out the window and tried and produce flame.
As you open your hand, sure enough, ball of fire appears in your hand.
Okay, well, that's still there. Great. And I just like close it. All right. So yeah, that works.
Ilona's gonna try and pray to Afra. Is Afra here? What are gods like in the world?
So
I mean, Afra seems probably pretty much the same.
So you start praying to Afra. You are suddenly joined. You suddenly see yourself in this very amazing, cushy office. You see this woman wearing a deep plunge button up with like shoulder, like really nice pointy shoulder pads. She has these nice sunglasses. She's got these beautiful manicured fingers, and she's holding on to like this big Bun Boys latte. She kind of like docks her sunglasses down on the ridge of her nose. She goes, "Hey girl, how's it going? I got you, whatever it is. What's up?"
Are you hungover?
No, I'm just keeping things, like 100. It's fine.
I hate this. I'm all of a sudden in an office. Like I'm no longer in the car.
You see yourself as somehow mentally / spiritually in essence projected into this office.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I? What do I do here?
She kind of docks her sunglasses down. She goes, "What you do is the best. That's what you do. You show up and you are the best."
That was so helpful. That's great. Do I have to do anything today?
No, baby boo boo child girl. You don't have to do anything. I work for you.
Excuse me?
Give me a perception check.
What the actual fuck is going on? I'm gonna use a hero point. That was a 2. Okay. Perception, you say?
Mm-hmm.
27.
So besides she looking very fierce, you see this symbol behind her of the passion flower, the usual symbol of Afra, and you see a logo that says Afra and Associates. And below it says redemption or else. She specializes, as you start seeing this, and she's talking about herself, she specializes a very, very powerful kind of celestial litigation, which is to argue for the redemption of all peoples always. She's basically the equivalent of that TikTok lady who talks about dumb things people say in court.
Shut the fuck up. I love her.
And she's just sitting there going like, Your Honor, this is base. Right on. And puts her sunglasses back on.
What? So, like, do you work with Iudex a lot?
Yeah, I do. He's like totally good at his job, but he is awful at brunch.
What about healing people and all of that stuff?
Like, I suppose I can. It just seems like no one really wants healing as much as they do just like life corrective services.
Got it. And I'm really good at that.
Well, I mean, the few times that you've helped us with fundraisers and charity organizations and medicine drives and Doctors Without Borders, you've been amazing with that. But no, you don't, strictly speaking, like work for me. You work with me.
Got it. That's so cool. Sorry to bother you. I'm going to go back to my body now with my boyfriend and my rock star friend.
Right. About that, not the rock star friend. He's cute, but whatever. He's too much trouble for me. Your boyfriend, he needs to take a day off. He's just been like, he needs to stop. I think he's like one of the people who commits too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would give me give me some distance.
I should give my boyfriend some distance.
Oh, maybe no. I'm saying he needs to give his job some distance. He's kind of pulling in too many hours, I think, since, the devil kid.
The devil kid. Oh, the devil kid. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see what I can do for him I'll talk to him about it. In the meantime, I'm gonna go. It was so nice to to see you today.
All right. Bye. Love you. Smooches. But she doesn't like kiss or make any movement to actually kiss you.
Great. Cool. Aluna comes back down to her body, talks to Dragon. I still don't know what I do.
When you come back, Dragon's like holding the puppy close to the window, like, yay!
Oh my god, are you the puppy eating the air?
Yep. I'm Josephine eating the ears.
That's great.
And like
Oh,
leans to the next to the seat. Do we have to leave? This place is great.
yeah, we do. No, we
Hmm.
have to leave. No, this is actually not that great. We need to leave like right now. I don't know who my god is. This is horrible.
I know what the problem is, and like passes the dog around and sets the corgi in your lap. How's it now? How's it now, Alona? How's this place now?
This helps only marginally.
How
Dog
dare
gets
you?
comfortable and sits down, absolutely sploots into your lap. You can feel its warm belly as its like little butt just kind of shakes.
You better pet the dog, Alona.
But it's a trap.
It's not a trap. It might be a trap, but it's an adorable trap. It's an adorable and fluffy trap.
Alona starts petting it slowly.
Give me a nature check
A nature check.
for a handle animal.
No,
Did you crit fail? What? What's that?
You already used your hero point.
I did. I did. I already used my hero point.
You can't have mine.
So I'm guessing you rolled, just because I'm hearing the playback and the scream was wonderful, but timed right with it. So you said, yeah, but you did get a 1?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You start trying to pet it and you realize you don't know how to pet, and the dog is like looking confused as you're trying to pet it, and it's like, and eventually gets frustrated and starts barking. And then Morel kind of looks over and leans over and one hand just kind of starts getting the good spot behind the ear, and he goes, you got to get it right behind the ear, like right here, like around the cheek and the ear. Oh, she loves that.
Have you never pet a dog before?
No.
Yeah, this is the best place for you. You need to learn. This is a life skill. How did you never have a? Oh, yep. You grew up in the. Yep. All right, that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Where did I grow up?
Well, I meant in our place where we normally are, where there was the dragon, and our friends were normal, and we didn't have these. You
Does
never
my
had a
family
dog?
exist here? No. Father Tikva said they were too much responsibility.
Don't you like heal people that are really injured?
Yeah, exactly. That's our responsibility. A
Uh-huh.
dog would just be too much.
The logic there is confusing me. Anyway, Morel, how much longer until we? Where are we going?
Studio.
Well, I'm going to be taking you to the studio.
Oh, okay. For a second,
Yeah.
I thought we were going to Alona's house.
No. Wait, did you say you wanted to go to your house?
No.
No.
I do eventually would like to go to my house, but we
Shoot.
are going to the studio
Drop you off.
because
Yeah.
Dragon has to do a thing. And apparently, we're tagging along.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, no problem. All right. So as he's driving, he kind of stops and he turns into this massive parking lot. You see this really big building, and this like the building's basically like a tower. It's massive, and it's got this logo kind of going around the center. Pretty much extends on all sides. Once he parks, he's like, all right, mate, I can only flash my badge as much as it makes sense. We're going to have to get this in.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you.
How do I do that?
I don't know. I'm not a musician.
It's kind of like poke out of the window. Hello, let us in.
You see, standing off reading a newspaper, this guard wearing like a normal uniform that like guards would wear, but it's covered in plate mail, and he kind of looks up. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Throws away his newspaper and then runs on over to you. And he says, hi there. How can I help you?
Hello, I am. My name is Dragon, and I'm supposed to go to the studio.
Okay, hold on right there. And they pulls out this very chunky, blocky thing and hits a button. Hi, yeah, I have a Dragon here who said he's supposed to be in studio. Yeah, what time were you supposed to be there?
I look to Morel.
Morel looks at you. I want to say like 8 a.m. or so, maybe 9 a.m.
What he said?
Yeah, he says about 8, 9 a.m.
Wait,
Yeah,
aren't
what's
you famous?
What?
Aren't you famous?
Am I famous? I asked
mean,
the security guard.
the security guard looks at you, goes, kind of like he's got like a metal guard's helmet. He kind of knocks it up a bit and he goes, I don't know. Honestly, we have famous musicians coming here all the time. I find I just do my job better when I don't know the celebrities. I just keep it to the system, just check them in like I'm supposed to.
Humbling.
That's good.
Yeah.
Can we go in now?
Yeah, 1 second. You hear like this horrible static. He listens to it. Yeah, what's the name of your band or solo act, whatever? What's the name on the roster?
Oh, I know this one. Dragon Slayers.
Yeah, something like Dragon Killers. I don't know.
That's not what I said. But
Yeah.
fine.
Oh. And then you just hear a whole bunch of like come on the other side of this. And he goes, mm-hmm. Got it. He'll be right in. Kind of puts it away. Yeah, you're needed in Studio 4. You may want to hurry. They're kind of mad at you. I'll open the door for you. Come on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are they with you in the studio today, or are they just your ride?
Yes, no, they're my handlers.
Okay, I'm gonna need to see some ID before we let you in there. But once I get some ID, we'll straighten that all out. Yeah.
Do you have ID? He's a platinum hammer man.
You just see Morel like with his sunglasses on, just kind of ducking his head. He goes, like, "Are you really a platinum hammer?" He reaches in, shows him the platinum hammer, the holy symbol, puts it back. Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, yeah. No demons and devils for us today, which is good because the stereo speaker started bleeding. We think maybe a bard might have put a spirit in there. Actually, while you're here, can you? Yeah, of course. Why not? Might as well. And so they lead you all in. He takes you down to Studio 4. It's this long hallway, the same kind of very smooth, polished stone flooring that you saw at Morel's house, but it's a different color. You see these paintings with way too realistic paintings of different people on stage doing different performances, and these records made of gold, made of jewels, made of platinum next to their faces. And eventually they take you to Studio 4. They turn the door knob, and pushing the door is like moving a stone. And you can almost hear this vacuum just start to open up as the door opens. You see this massive wooden studio with beautiful vaulted ceilings and little cubicles sealed with see-through stone walls and mirrors. And he ushers you inside, but then he kind of puts a hand on Morel's chest and goes, yeah, no, the speaker is just down this way. Oh, yeah, it's been speaking in Akkadian backwards. I'm pretty sure there's a devil in it. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great, make sure you sign in, sign out when you're done. Bye. And Morel just kind of nods. You see him take out his holy symbol, fixes it to his shirt, says a quick prayer, slaps it. He's now covered head to toe in battle armor, gleaming platinum, carrying a massive shield and a big hammer. And he goes, "All right, mate, lead the way." And he just takes him down the hallway.
I want one of those. I want that thing that he used. Someone tell me where I can get one of those.
I think that's a different career path, bud.
What, rock stars can't have body armor?
Talk to your stylist. Mona walks in the door.
All right. So you walk in the door, you can feel, especially when the door closes, how the air is different here. If you've ever been inside a recording studio or a vacuum sealed one, you become hyper aware of every sound that's being made, but there's no echo. Nothing creates an echo in this room. And it becomes kind of surreal when you realize just how much normal ambient sound you're used to. And once it's sealed off, you see 3 rooms. In the center is the biggest one. There's this almost looks like this massive organ piano with little things that twist and knob and levers that flip and switch and buttons to be pressed. And you see two young people is kind of at the thing with this unusual headband on their ears, just kind of kicking back and they're relaxing and talking. You see the woman that you recognize from the drum kit in the back. She's got these big chunky golf boots kicked up and crossed on the back of a chair. And you see this kind of very fancy executive, like great coiffed hair and a very shiny power suit, like tie and the whole bit. And he's just talking to her. And then she's kind of sitting back, looks at you, stands straight up, and she just starts gesturing wildly into the room that she's in.
I think I made someone mad. Do I go in or do we leave? That seems very angry.
It does. I don't think we can escape from this. And that's your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Sorry, I'm getting flashbacks to my wife. All right, let's... All right. And he kind of just physically and mentally preparing himself Okay. He opens the door.
Okay. So the woman, just you can feel the tension just roiling off her, but she kind of takes a deep breath. Good to see you made it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Little embarrassing. My memory's a little shaky. What's your name?
She kind of docks her head, looks very confused, and she goes, sorry, what?
Lona jumps in. He hit his head. He doesn't remember what's happening. Hi.
Give me a
I also
diplomacy
hit my
check.
head.
So sorry I stepped on that because that was hilarious. My apologies. Hi, I also don't remember who I am. I have too hit my head. Please give me a diplomacy check, Sidney.
Okay. At least I got the net one out of the way. I say it's a roll of 3.
No.
But I have a really good bonus. So it's a 14. Still
14.
not great. Still pretty bad. Still pretty bad.
I'm gonna roll 2 if that's okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I think that's a 21.
21. Okay.
Better.
So you're saying you forgot memory, you bumped your head, you're corroborating that. Yeah, I bumped my head, I had too much drink in my head.
Yeah. Hurts so.
And she kind of first she looks like she's about to tee off on Alona, then she sees you say that and she also kind of sighs. Baby, I told you, like, party like a rock star, but you gotta take care of yourself, okay? Like, you only get so many second chances, and I don't want to lose you a third time.
I don't want to lose you either. I'm sorry for the confusion. It's been a day.
Yeah, it has. It's been a whole day gone almost. Look, I know we said we're gonna go dragon hunting after this. I don't know, fellas, what do you think we can do? And the two people, the mixing boards, just go. I mean, if we just get him doing like the chorus, maybe we can just do a quick take of the chorus and then just have him do one verse and we'll call it. What is it, loop the chorus? Yeah, can you do that? Can you at least just give us the chorus, the song, and then we'll just do the rest. We'll come back here tomorrow, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds great. Do you have the words? He's like trying to think of it. There's some, and like looks to Alona. When words are part of a song, there's another word for it. Do you know
Lyrics.
that word? Lyrics. Do you have the lyrics?
She just kind of stomps her foot for a second and turns away and thinks. There should be some sheet music in the recording booth. You'll probably get your lyrics there.
Great. Awesome.
All right. Give me a performance check.
Oh my god. Also,
I'm so good at this. Oh no, my dice.
I can't believe that Dragon didn't have his girlfriend's number saved in his phone.
He wouldn't have known what to look for. He doesn't know her name.
But she was texting you.
Oh, that's very true. But yeah, I didn't have the number saved.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Dragon.
It's a new phone. It's a new phone. It's totally a new phone. And this was a performance? Okay, that's a 24.
Okay, 24. So, quick little split here. Sidney, Alona is in the recording booth, which looks from the shelves of expensive liquor, the microwave oven, the very fancy accoutrement, accessories. There's fridges and all kinds of things in the back. These big, wonderful couches that are just covered in the rarest leather, very plush. In fact, you can even see off in the back, there's a bed. You can even sleep in the studio if you have like a late overnight recording session going on there. This place This booth itself looks like it is a 5-star accommodated hotel almost. And the two sound guys kind of like start prepping the vocal, they start prepping the mics, recording, get the sounds, everything mixed just right. And as you hear the song that's basically pumping into the recording booth, you hear this, how to describe it. Dragon, what kind of music does your band make? I mean, obviously, we can assume metal, but what's your sound like?
Oh, so Dragon's sound is definitely like the screamo, and his girlfriend does vocals as well. And that's like the compliment, like very good singing, like beautiful voice sort of deal. And he does this like screamo sort of deal.
Okay. So now bear with me. If you don't know these bands, look them up. It's imagine a combination of Amaranth and Unleash the Archers. You get this kick-ass metal, like drums start beating to life, and you just hear her just power, like start bringing the energy to life. And you can just hear her operatic wail just break down into this like badass, like a little bit of a pop synth sound, but a little bit of metal sound. She's carrying the whole song. And then it gets to your bit, and you are surprised at the sound that comes out of your voice. It is foreign. It is not yours, but it has something to it. Like you're hitting the beat and you're having your screamo wails and you're going up and down. And this whole song is being pieced together in the kitchen, if you will. It is very foreign, very alien. And as this kick-ass rock song is being built, so Alona, you're in here. The music starts to kind of feed into the room, so you can hear everything he's singing, everything she's already done, everything's been orchestrated. And the man in the very nice power suit, the very shiny tie, perfectly coiffed hair, looks at you with these bright, piercing green eyes. They almost glow like green LEDs, and he kind of looks at you with a big smile. He goes, "Hi, I represent the label. Just wanted to kind of check in. We're doing hands off, but I just wanted to make sure that this album's going to kick ass in at least 4 continents. Are you like the other, like a new girlfriend, a new band member? I apologize. I'm being very rude.
Hi. I am a friend.
A friend. And what is this friend's name?
Ilona.
Ilona. Lovely. That means light or something, right? In Origin, I'm not very well versed in the Origin tongue.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Great. Let me introduce myself. I'm very, very sorry. My name is Corwin. Corwin Tyranus. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he offers a hand.
I do a perception. Wait, no. No, I'm not going to do a perception check. I'm going to do a society check. Or religion check.
No. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to decide. Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever check you want to do.
Okay.
Do whatever you want to do.
A society check to see if I know that name from our world. Okay. 19.
Unfortunately, you have yet to ever meet someone named Corwin Tyranus, because you feel like if that person's name was in a book somewhere, you'd remember it forever. That's very much a name that comes with a crown and a sword in your chest already, but you've never run into a name like this before.
Got it. Can I do a perception check?
Absolutely.
27.
27. Perfect. As you look Corwin Tyrannus in the eye, you see this amazing grin, this amazing smile with pearly white teeth. And you start to notice in the back of his teeth, you see dagger-like fangs all around the back. The front 8, perfect, what looks like human teeth, but from here back, sharp fangs. You see the green eyes flash with a putrid green fire. And you see there's this weird sheen that covers his skin, kind of almost glistens in the light a little bit.
I don't like it. I'm going to shake his hand anyway.
All right. Grab his hand. Give me a will save.
God fucking damn it. I knew it. No. No. Reeves, I get to point out that you gave us a hero point for the play last episode, and you said it would roll over to this one.
That's true. Now, would you like to keep that, or do you want to save that for when we get everyone back for New Jack City? Choice is yours.
I'm using it now. I don't like this guy.
Okay, go ahead. Roll it again. Or if you want to make a fortitude save, you can also do that instead.
Why would I do that? That's much worse. That is much worse than my willpower. Actually, it's not that bad. Actually, clerics are pretty dang good. Stuff. So maybe not. All right. So
yeah, clerics, like full casters, their spells literally do everything you ever need, and their saves don't suck. Like pretty baller. And I think that at least the war priest can get like an expert in combat.
29.
29. Okay. So you take them by the hand and you start feeling this horrible tingling sensation in your palms. You feel this electricity, this cold electricity shoot up your arm and starts to tingle in the back of your skull. You immediately see Agrippa upon a bear on fire. The Agrippa upon a bear whose cobblestones you stood upon when you fought Korokos. You see this same horrible green fire churning in the background, but you don't see Korokos himself. You see the sword he embedded in the stone, the same sword he begged Woodward to pick up. You see that sword in the stone of the Agrippa upon a bear glowing, and it says to you, "Don't you want to try and save yourself? Don't you want to try and save forever and forever? Why let yourself be victim to the whims of idiots when you finally be free? They call me corrupted. Would a corrupt person ask you to take care of yourself? Take me up. Take up the blade of the War King. And let's save this world for itself. And you along with it."
Is Alona in this vision, or are they back at the studio now?
You see in this vision. Oh, my apologies. I was about to answer. So you see yourself in Alona's robe and clerical clothes in the fire of Agrippa upon a bear. You do not see yourself in your baggy, cute, supersized Bud Boy t-shirt.
Alona says, "Even in this reality, your shit still stinks."
Do you say that to the sword that's planted in the stone of Agrippa upon a bear?
Yeah.
Okay. Your friend the gnome was also too self-righteous to understand. Korokos was a fool, but he was a brave fool. Ilona of War, you will soon learn the mistake you made this day. And then the fires dwindle, the darkness slowly lights up, and you're back in the recording studio, shaking Corwin Tyrannus' hand.
Alona immediately shoots her hand back and just stares this motherfucker down.
He kind of looks around for a second. Whoa. Sorry. Maybe my hands are a little sweaty. Sorry, we've been in this recording booth for about oh gosh, what is it now? 5 hours, 6 hours? Sorry. I'm a sweater.
Is Dragon done?
I don't know. That's on him. Sound boys, how does he sound? And they're just kind of listening. They just kind of give a thumbs up over their shoulder. Dragon, you look at the lyric sheet, and after a while, you hear this voice kind of pop in over the sound of the music playing in your ear from this unusual headband. Aaron's voice. Yeah, that's enough, man. We got enough to at least get down the chorus track, and we did like your big bridge. We'll call it here so we save studio time, and maybe we'll get you in tomorrow and do more.
Yeah, great. That was fun.
And with that, you enter back into the room, and Corwin Tyranus just goes, "Yeah, looks like he's all done." That's what we call him, the sniper. One shot, one kill. Am I right, buddy? Makes it happen. That's why I love.
Good job, Dragon. I'm so happy for you. Now I need you to help me do the thing that I have to do today. Thanks. It was really nice to meet you, Corwin, and Dragon's girlfriend that I'm sure I've met at some point. We have to leave. Have a great day.
As you leave, Corwin says, "Okay, but before you go, there's a little shindig I'm going to be throwing in Dragon Scale Towers. Love for you all to be there. It's going to be a major networking event. I've heard some of the gods are going to be there too. It's going to be great. Take my card. Think about it. Hey, that's a great thing about an offer. It always stands. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time in the studio."
All right. Bye. Who's that?
Corwin takes Dragon's hand and immediately leaves the studio and finds a quiet place where they can talk. So that was supposedly someone that was important in this life, and I don't know what's going on, but Dragon, when I touched his hand, I was back in our world.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
I was me
Mhm.
in a burning city that was almost destroyed in the Green War. I saw a blade that Korakosh, the general that was leading the war, who was possessed by the Green King himself, tempted Woodward, our druid friend, to take, and he offered the same deal to me in this dream. I don't know what's going on here,
but it's probably not good.
No.
And you see Dragon, like he was having a lot of fun, and now he's like in like serious Dragon mode again. All right. So we need to figure out how to get the hell out of here.
I don't even know where to begin. Afra isn't Afra. I can't ask her for help. She's as changed in this world as everyone else. Your magic works, but
and you see like almost a light bulb go off in Dragon's head. Okay. So things are similar here, but different, right?
Yeah.
There's one person I could always count on. And he opens his phone and looks for his father.
Oh, shit. Yep. Oh, shit.
Okay. As you're looking through, you see in contacts, Dad.
Okay. All right. Okay. And he like pushes the button.
Okay. It rings. It rings again. Now, to you, knowing what this ring could mean, it's impossible to say how trained that you are to this sound. But without a doubt, you know that what this is hesitation. This is the potential fear of whatever it could be as it rings and the ringing stops. Just a few seconds of pause. Yeah, son, what's up?
Father?
Hey, yeah, how's it going? How's Dad's little rock star doing?
It's good to hear your voice. I did a recording at the studio just now, and I might need some help.
Oh, that's great. I'm happy you're finally living your dream there, kiddo. I don't know what I can help with. What do you need?
And for Alona, you see him, he's like crunching his pants up in his hand right now, like holding the leather like really tightly. And you also see like a tear drop on his cheek. Well, my friend and I were kind of in a bind, and I was just, I guess, calling to see if you were around and if you might be able to give us some advice.
Oh man, I haven't been giving you advice since you were 18, kiddo, but I'll try. I don't know if the brain works like it used to. One too many parking lot brawls, one too many nights drinking with the boys. I'll see what I can do.
At least that hasn't changed. This is going to sound strange, but this world isn't where we're supposed to be, and if there's anything you know about me that could help us get back to where we're supposed to be, that would help. I know this probably sounds very strange, but
I mean, shit, son. I've taken one or two tours across the Rainbow Bridge myself. I know what it's like to not feel like you belong somewhere you love. Oh, God. I thought the last time that troll got me in that knife fight, I thought I was gone for good, but your mother, she went all the way across that bridge and she dragged my ass back.
Mother's still alive?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, she's a Svigar Valkyrie. She don't die. You know what I mean? She just comes back pissed.
That's right. Well, you know what? I guess we'll have to figure this out ourselves, but it was really great to hear your voice, Father.
Yeah. Hey, before I forget, I want to say two things. Hey, I'm proud of you. Number one, I am proud of you. Because you could have been like your old man, drinking till noon and getting the knife fights until dawn. And you had the spirit, but you got better. You did better things than me. And I'm glad. That's every father's wish. Number two, I guess I got to say, in all my years of bounty hunting and fighting, we know you gotta do it. And sometimes you'll just be stuck there until you get it done. So I don't know what it is you gotta do, kiddo, but I am confident that you can do it. And if you do, then everything will make sense after that.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
No problem. And let us know if you the barbecue. You can come by the barbecue. Me and the other riders miss you. Maybe we can go racing around the hogs like we used to back when you were a little kid.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, kiddo. I gotta go. think I got a thing I got to do. Damn it. I'll ask the old missus. She'll know. Anyway, it's good talking to you, man. It's good talking to you, kid.
Yeah, you too.
All right. How do I turn this damn thing off?
And Dragon just drops the phone and puts his head into his hands.
Ilona puts her hand on Dragon's back.
I'll be all right. He gave us the advice. We need to finish the tasks that we have, and then maybe we'll be able to go home.
Well, let's find out what those are.
Yeah.
And we are going to find out more about that after our break. Went a little bit long, but we're on a roll, and I didn't want to interrupt anything. So we're going to go. It's a 5-minute break. When we come back, probably around 10:05, give or take, we're going to see what else they got to do. What else this alternate universe version of the Edge of Legend universe possibly could hold, like Alona's house. And where is Tobias Raphaelis in this world as well? Anyway, see more of that when we come back in about 5 minutes. Talk to you then, everyone. See you in 5. Mr. Joe.
Mr. Joe.
Mr. Joe, we gotta go on break.
Beep.
Beep boop.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
I'm gonna poke him. Oh, there. Nope,
Beep.
different person. I love Sidney's cue. Beep.
Beep. Beep.
Beep.
By the way, while we're waiting for Joe to put us on break, I have poked my nose into Facebook and saw that Pengu-chan put an adorable photo of Joey, aka Josephina the dog.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah,
Can
if you go on Facebook,
Discord?
I don't think it's on the Discord yet. Ooh, Pengu-chan,
No,
can you
I'm
put it on the
asking if
Discord?
they can.
Yeah.
Pengu, can you put it on the Discord? Also, Wes, if you were trying to send a link earlier, it won't go through on our Twitch because of our settings. But if you put it in the Discord, it'll show up there.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, definitely put it in the Discord. Yeah, I saw you actually got the breed wrong. It's okay. I think the spirit was still very, very much there.
It's cute. It's adorable. It's the cutest dang thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so small. You know what's funny is that actually at work we have a corgi named Henry. And Henry is a celebrity at the coffee shop. And essentially what Henry does is he walks in and then everyone screams, "Henry!" And then we immediately stop everything and give him a treat. It's pretty dang cute. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like that would be the same thing for Josephine as well. And now I want a dog, a corgi named Josephine. And the owner of the corgi knows that I love that dog. And the other day he was like, there's more puppies. They just, they only have a litter once a year. They're in Wyoming. You could go pick one up. And I'm like, don't tell me that. Why would you do this to me?
Why would you hurt me like that?
I can't afford to drive to Wyoming and pick up a dog.
Oh my, no, certainly not.
And then they're like thousands of dollars. And I'm like, hi, I'm cow.
I put
You're
2
too
songs
much.
in the Discord.
You put 2 songs in the Discord?
Yep.
Nice.
One of which is like how the recording was going. Because these bands just popped out from my past, and then the other one is one of the songs that made similar to what made the band famous. So I just threw those out there for fun. If you're in the Discord, go ahead and check those out.
Ooh. Autumn to Ashes and Summer's End.
Mhm.
Cool. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, if Joe's busy, what we can do is always, I'm gonna go pee and then come back, and then someone else can go pee and then come back. And then
Okay.
if Joe comes back, then we'll get a break.
Good on the fluids leaving thing. I am gonna grab a pillow for my butt because I'm on a very hardwood chair right now and my butt is numb.
Oh no!
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna keep poking Joe. In the meantime, while I'm poking Joe, if you guys want to take switches, and anyone switching shifts, if anyone wants to ask a QA anything in the chat while I wait for Joe, and I'll try to answer it. I'm watching both.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Have fun. In the meantime, hi.
Hello.
Hey. How are
How
you?
are you doing? I'm read my
I'm
brain.
doing
Yeah,
great.
read my brain.
Yeah.
Yo,
Why are we so awkward, bud?
Mm. we're so heckin' awkward, bud.
I love how you made the dogs look a big dumb boy and a small cute girl.
Well, I thought to myself, what would these two have? And I just thought a giant mastiff named Mush, and then a dog reference to Joey, the little orphan you all kind of quasi adopted. Would so you got Josephine and Mush.
But that's what I want now. Now I want a big dumb boy named Mush and a small little girl named Josephine. And that's what I want.
I think that's what we all want, right? Like we all want a big dumb boy named Mush, just like that.
Okay, I visited Ian the other day, and Ian in his neighborhood has a big dumb dog named Moose.
I love Moose. I love them.
I also love Moose. I have to pee.
All right, you go pee. You know what? I think we might just have to go through this. This will be our unofficial break. I'll be right back.
You go for it.
Yeah.
I will do some entertaining. Hello, does anyone have questions for Gunther? Gunther is here to say hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. We are here on the Nat 20 Productions, and we're doing the Having the Funs. This has been fun session so far, so I want to talking to you in the chats. How is everyone's day going? Is it good? Gunther liked the band Warbeast. I have not heard of the band Warbeast, but I could check them out after the session for everyone. Once the people come back from the peeing. And then we finish the sessions, and then I will check out the band Warbeast. Yeah. What did you guys think of the songs that I put in the Discord? If you're not part of the Discord, doing the scroll down on the page and clicking the link that says Discord. I'm wanting all of these animals. Hello, I am doing the Gunther voice.
Oh, such a good voice.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
What everything good? Did you see that they're putting adorable animals in the chats?
They're putting adorable animals in the Discord?
Yes.
Adorable animals in the Discord?
There's a Pomsky and then 2 kittens.
Oh my god.
I'm wanting all of the cute animals.
That Pomsky is the cutest dang thing I've ever seen in my entire.
Oh my god!
It is one floof. I also want a corgi puppy, but I'm definitely going to name him Ein.
Ein. Oh my god! Yeah.
I feel like I need to make a channel in this Discord called Music.
I'm super down for that. You kidding me? I'll put all of our soundtracks from our show there.
Yeah.
I'm making it. It's called Music.
Nice. That reminds me, if you all like Wayward Arcadium, we're going to be coming back. I can give the official announcement at the end of this episode. And I think we were talking about taking the kick-ass soundtrack from Wayward Arcadium and making a Spotify playlist. So you can listen to the soundtrack, at least what we can, get together from the official soundtrack and listen to it on Spotify while you get ready for season 2.
Honestly, the soundtrack for Wayward Arcadium is super great, and I have multiple songs on my Spotify playlist already just for like me. So it's a great idea.
Yeah. So I am going to just kind of say this been kind of like a chill break. We're gonna be coming back to the main story like in a minute or two, but we're just gonna break with you all. You get to see what it's like when we break. Basically, we just vibe until we go back live.
I mean, yeah. And we go pee, even though
Yes.
I normally pee in the middle of a stream anyway because I have the bladder of a small child.
Sorry, I drink like 3 different things. I have like coffee, adult beverage, water, and I kind of cycle all through. So if you see me running to pee, it's probably because I've had like 3 drinks per hour.
I've been good since I've been in Utah. I've been drinking water like a normal person, and that's not something I do normally. So Sam brings me water all the time though, because she's like wanting me to stay alive and stuff.
That's because Sam is good.
Yes.
She's laying on the couch right now, and I just see her foot go up in the air, and then
Why is she so cute? No, but
did you tell her she's like an operatic metal singer in this AU?
Yeah, Sam, you're an operatic metal singer in this universe. She just said we.
We. All right. Well, with that, we are coming back live to you all now. Going to refocus and restructure our minds back to Edge of Legend and this fun little filler where they go to the AU in their minds of basically Los Angeles Edge of Legend. Oh, wait.
That was weird.
I saw a flitter there. Joe, was that you?
Blinky.
I did too.
It was the ghost of Joe.
Go, Joe. Jost, go. Go, Jost. Good Lord.
Go, Jost.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you know what, Joe, no worries about it. We actually took a small on-air break. No big deal. We're just going to keep going, and we'll just end when we end. Thank you so much, Joe. For those of you who don't know, Joe, being the absolute badass that they are actually not only TDing this show remotely, but doing their job also for another major awesome like group of people too. So he's just juggling responsibilities. So no sweat.
They're pulling double duty because they're a hard worker and they deserve all the recognition for being a badass.
Absolutely. So big thanks to Joe for having us being here and making us even show up and look nice. That being said, let's get back to the rest of the episode. We kind of had our break, and now we're just gonna go right into it. So for those who are just tuning in, these two players are in a sort of dreamscape, alternate universe reality of the normal show. They found out that Dragon in this universe is a rock star, and he is very late for recording. Alona's not quite sure what she does yet. Morel seems to be some sort of paladin for hire who works for the greater good, and they're about to leave the studio after a very unsettling handshake with Tyrannus. There we go. And so I believe it was to Alona and Dragon. You're leaving the studio. Take it away.
All right. So what's next? Where we need to go to your house, right?
I don't know what I have today. I guess we gotta find Morel and find out because I have no idea. Alona looked at her phone. Is there anything on Alona's phone?
In relation to what exactly?
Is she late to anything?
Was she late to anything? Sorry.
Is there a text from Morel? Is there a reminder or a calendar alert or something?
You do see actually that there is already in the calendar the event at the Dragonscale Tower that Cor and Tyranus just invited you to. You were already invited.
Great. Alona looks at Dragon. Kind of looks like we have to go to the belly of the beast for this one.
I'm not really looking to get eaten anytime soon, unless that was already what happened. And are we in a dragon?
I hope not. Either way, I think the party tonight, there's going to be something that's going to happen, though. I don't know. Either way, we have to go.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I can deal with leaving a world that still has my father in it, and that my mother is talking to him still, that's yeah, we can go. Mm-hmm.
Do you
All
want
right.
to see your father before we go? We have time.
And he kind of like looks up to you like red-eyed. I don't think I could leave if I do.
Yeah, I get that. Let's go find Morel.
Yeah. Hopefully he's exorcised the speaker demon.
Right, I forgot about that.
I guess it's just a talking demon. They do that a lot, so I don't know.
What is that face, PJ?
Oh, I'm just trying to bridge this to the next point. That's all. I'm just thinking my brain. Okay, I have it.
What's
everyone
up
give me
next?
everyone give me a perception check.
Oh. Of course, there's no combat going on. Now I'm rolling really high on everything. That's a 26.
Okay, 26.
33.
33. You hear
perceptive.
the very loud rhythmic bam, bam, bam coming from a studio down and around the way, which is insane considering these are basically vacuum sealed, like soundproof rooms. As you go to it and open the door, you see the guard behind Morel's shield, cowering in terror. You see a speaker the size of a studio speaker, which is sometimes 8 to 10 feet tall. It's now turned into a demon's mouth with horns and claws coming out along the different rivet points of a normal speaker. Instead of like whatever wood or plastic or resin or whatever they have for the casing and the chassis, it's this horrible bruised flesh and this mouth that's trying to like close around Morel. Morel has it pinned and he's punching it again and again with a fist that's glowing this bright gold and purple light as he's punching, going, "You all forgiven, stay down. You all forgiven, stop trying to eat me. Stop, you die, die, die." And he's just punching this demon-possessed speaker again and again and again until finally it stops. It flattens like a cartoon character. It ripples and just smoke comes out. And Morel just kind of... "Oh, look, there it is." And he, from the goo, he pulls out the actual speaker, hands it to the guard, and goes, "Captain Hakisi and everything. Give me my shield. Give me that." "Oh, hey, everyone. How's it going? I'm just doing my job."
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
It was great. I liked watching you smash it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where's my bloody hammer? Where's that thing go? Oh, there it is. He walks over the other side of the room. You see it embedded like a lawn dart in the wall, and he kind of... All right. "Oh, you're recording, mate. You're good. You got your song."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good. All right. So where do we go? You want to go to Bob's Big Golem for a golem burger? I'm pretty hungry.
Before we do that, Morel, can I ask you, Alona takes Morel by the hand and goes, "We're gonna go outside. We're gonna get in the car and we're gonna have a conversation. Is that okay?"
Oh, you mean? Yeah, of course.
Well, and Dragon.
Oh, 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Should I bring my girlfriend? Is that something I
No,
should do?
no, Dragon. No. We have
just-
to have a conversation in the car.
Oh, right. Yeah. Third wheel. Never mind. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Car.
Right.
Car?
You're saying it very weird. And he just kind of leads you out of the studio. Eventually get into his red Emmerich Jeep. Close the doors. This is a private conversation. I can put the sunroof up.
Yeah, private. Sunroof.
Sure. He presses a button. West. Dragon's in the back, right?
Yep.
You hear this loud whirring sound behind you. You can feel something moving behind you as suddenly this black wall moves up and extends over you and encloses the basically the open air and sky around you, closes it in a box, and then you see like a little window at the top still open, and then that just goes and closes too.
So like, as it's happening, Morel, I think your car is being possessed by a demon. It's trying to eat us.
And Morel just kind of laughs. She goes, No. That's why I leave the holy symbol up on the front. No demons can possess it. And you look and you see the Afra symbol like etched into the leather. Like, so long as that's there, we're fine.
Okay. All right. Cars are weird.
Morel?
Yeah.
What do you know about the name Corwin Tyranus?
Some corpo power rich person. I don't know. They represent a company that has fingers in like everything. They have fingers in cartoons, movies, music, television, theater, all kinds of art and entertainment. I mean, I think he's an irreprehensible dick, but then again, I don't know. I might just be overreacting.
With a name like Tyranus, you're probably not far off. Listen, he's throwing a party tonight, and we're going, right? I saw an event in my phone.
Yeah. I believe, Sweetie, someone invited you to like a big network mixer sort of thing. All the powerful elite are going to be there. The gods are going to show up.
Do you know who invited me?
I believe you're invited by Afra. I think she wanted you there.
Okay. We have reason to believe that Corwin Tyranus is going to pull some weird stuff tonight.
Define weird, like people weird or like demon devil weird?
Like demon devil weird.
We are?
Well, I mean, when I shook his hand, I got a vision in another world.
Really? Okay. Now, the last time you got a vision like that, we went on an anniversary vacation to Molly Moss festival. Were you having one of those, or
No.
No judgment. We both had a wonderful weekend. I just want to know.
No. This is completely sans anything to do with Molly Moss.
Yeah, no. Lothier didn't give us any mushrooms.
My brain has so many responses, and it's just too much world building. So we're gonna skip that.
Anyway, no. It was odd, and it felt bad, and it felt really, really bad. So I am nervous about this party tonight because he invited Dragon, and I don't like the vibe. Bad vibes.
Oh, give me a diplomacy check with a +4.
+4?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because he's my boyfriend?
No.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so diplomatic. That's a 35.
Very diplomatic.
I rolled a 19.
you basically dirty crit this entire situation, and Morel just kind of like shakes his head and kind of has this eye-opening moment. He taps his holy symbol, and the armor kind of magically fades into light, takes it off, clips onto his hip, puts a big arm behind your head, turns to both of you, and he says, "Babe, I think we need to go back to your place, and I think we need to go to I think we need to go to the ready room.
The ready room?
The ready. Remember, babe? Remember what we talked about at the ready room for thing when like this happens?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
So the car was that Wes?
He was just gonna. Do you have an extra one of those badges in the ready room by chance?
No. You have to join the Platinum Hammer to get that. Do you want to forsake your rock and roll career and become a member of the Platinum Hammer?
Even in this world, I'm good.
That's literally the equivalent of like, stop doing rock and roll, find Jesus. Jesus has machine guns. Anyway, so he doesn't. You don't. I don't get. Anyway, the car just hauls ass. You go on these wild roads that are filled with cars and griffins and dragons flying overhead, just hauling it. Eventually, as you start leaving the studio, you find yourself getting back onto the 134, going down, taking an exit at Pass Avenue, taking a left onto Main Street, just about to hit Buena Vista. You go down an extra row, and now in down like main area Burbank, Acadia, you find the car pulls up to this beautiful one-story home. Now, every single other home here looks like it has lived in this part of Western Acadia for a lot of what they call basically the entertainment boom that happened here. So they're old, they're timeless, and they're kitschy, and they're well maintained. Alona's home has a gigantic circular wooden door, and on the center is a doorknob. You see hanging from it a series of dried plants and flowers right at the door threshold. This beautiful earthy green and brown wooden tone gives it this immaculate fantasy tavern meets Hobbitshire vibe. You go up a small green and brown wooden staircase. Once you put your key in the door and it turns, it opens easily. And sure enough, you're stepping into a fantasy adventure. You see giant maps of faraway lands like New York City all over the walls. They're old and aged by the sun and time. And you see amazing dragons in the bay. You see amazing eagles soaring with mighty banners over some land called Bronxia, and you see beautiful swords and weapons all over the walls, crossed at the threshold on the opposite side. Amazing portraits of your friends and family and loved ones, and really sick ass paintings of like dragons with rock guitars, like climbing a van with a wizard on it, like just having a great friggin' time. It looks like a fantasy experience. There's even a portrait of Alona looking all like elven princess, and Morel wearing armor and like long cloaks, looking very awkward. And then you start seeing some other photos of some very amazing angled photos of Alona. And then you start realizing you're kind of this model / anthropologist, philanthropist. You're like Angelina Jolie minus the constant child adoption.
Amazing.
Wow. In this world, Lolana, you're really cool. Look at all these swords and stuff. What?
This world
is really cool. Really cool in our world too.
Well, I'm not. That's not what I was saying. I mean, look at all the swords and the cool stuff you have here. We lived in a monastery before. Like, looks at Morel after like mid sentence. It's a play.
Mm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm.
And whispers to, "Oh, you're really cool. back home. It's just, you lived in a monastery before, and this one has weapons in it.
Ilona goes, "Hello, amnesia brain. Where's the ready room?"
Yep, let's do that.
You just see like Morel takes off his sunglasses, folds them, puts them in his shirt collar. Who's holding Josie? Who's holding my Jogo?
Oh, the dog.
Me.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me, Dragon. I'll hold on Joey. Here you go. So he leads you down this hallway and take a right and opens up what looks like a closet, the dead end. You even see like a bunch of like really nice jackets and sweaters and scarves. And then Morel's kind of looks to you, puts his hand up into the thing, hits a button. You can see the back room go open the back of the closet. The hidden closet secret door opens up, and Morel just kind of thumbs the air and goes, "Ready room. I'll see you in about 30, 45 minutes."
You have a secret room in a closet. That's awesome. And
Yeah,
if I ever get a house, one of those, I want one of those.
Yeah, come inside.
Oh, yep. Excitedly goes in.
On one side, you see a massive library filled with books, different leather tomes and new releases. You see this massive table with this big screen, similar to the wide flat screen TV in Morel's house, like that built into the table. You see about 8 chairs going around it with a big screen folded on one side. This is where you play game Fantasies and Adventures, the tabletop role-playing game. You see cubbies filled with minis and dice and a mini fridge full of beer and liquid distilled water. Then over to the right, you see a giant steel door, which once you open is filled with magical weapons and armor and holy symbols and everything.
Yeah, I take it back. I don't want to leave this place. This was just really cool.
I know, Dragon. It is really cool.
All right.
But we have to be responsible adults and do the right thing.
Right. Okay, but we're going to shake on something right now. If we save the world, we're building one of these.
Okay.
All right, cool. Shakes on it.
Dragon and Alona's new plan is to get a
house with a secret armory. So complete with a montage as you're suiting up like magical boots and magical gauntlets and magical swords and shields and armor and holy symbols and everything in about 30, 45 minutes. I want you to tell me, what is your Bruce Campbell kick-ass montage like as you get ready for whatever it is you're about to get into? It's the final countdown.
So Alona, what is there to put on I don't know. What can we sneak into a party that's not conspicuous under our party clothes? And also
you were trying to be inconspicuous.
They're not gonna let us
showing
in.
up like the Terminator, just like I'll be
literally back. That was Dragon's plan, was to bring everything he possibly could with him. And my thought was immediately, can we give the cleric a gun?
In the name of my holy pacifist god, bam. So, so you do happen to have little holy symbols similar to Morel's, but they're not for the platinum hammer. You put them on, hit them, you're going to basically summon them to you. So you can wear them disguised with a +4 to a deception check to hide this on your body somewhere.
So it's like a mech suit?
Mech suit, Sailor Moon transformation. The choice is yours.
And Dragon gets one too.
if you want.
I'm gonna send you something, PJ,
Mm-hmm.
in chat,
Okay.
and you are going to make the decision, and you can flip a coin or whatever.
Sure.
But I want you to. All right, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna mute myself and do
Okay.
it. You keep talking.
Okay. So anyway, just give me a general idea of what it is you want to wear. If you want to have the same kit that you would have outside of the LA AU, you can absolutely have that. You know, hand wraps of Heavenly Peace, whatever.
I mean, they're
Slam
gonna be
boots.
that, but they're gonna be modernized. So basically, you know how Dom made that art on Twitter where he made modern day Alona?
Mhm.
So imagine the rainbow bully boots that are actually rollerblades.
Okay.
Imagine the hand wraps that are basically like fashion gloves now, I guess. She's gonna have a skirt for mobility,
Mhm.
and she's gonna have a t-shirt for also mobility, and her little bandana on is gonna be super long and cute. I don't know, she looks really cute. Yeah.
Okay. Cute is good. Cute is good. 1 second. I'm sending secret messages to Wes.
Yep.
Oh great, that never ends badly.
Oh, never. Okay, so Wes, just kind of give us. You're basically getting the same kit, right? You're getting your armor, your sword, everything like that.
Yeah. He grabs another one of the badges off the wall and like puts it in his pocket. He grabs like a sword and kind of like slaps some holy symbols and stuff like that on him just to be prepared.
Okay. So once that happens, Morel sees you leave the ready room, and he's got little Joey in his hands, and he goes, "Do you see that? That's Mommy. She's gonna go kicking ass. I'll tell you. Yes, she is. She's gonna kick so much ass. Yes, she is." And with that, we're gonna flash forward.
Real quick,
yeah.
just before the flash forward, just gonna lean over to Luna. This is exactly why I wanted to make this happen in the other world. I want this for you both.
She pulls Dragon really close, real close, like real close, like, and she goes, "You don't think I want this for me?" It's called a slow burn. And then she walks away.
Got it. All right. I'm moving too fast. Understood.
So with that awkwardness, we're cutting to later that night. It is now nighttime in the West Acadia. You get a very nice Jeremy long car. It takes you there. So you go to Dragon Scale Tower, this massive building that you all know just from the culture going there. This is where a lot of deals are made, like the deals that have changed entertainment, music, politics, like they all happened at Dragon Scale Tower, this huge event. You get to a elevator, you go 30 stories up in the sky, and you just immediately come out into this massive open air. Can't think of the right word for it. Patio is not the right word. This massive open air structure with about waist high guardrails with glass partitioners. And you see everything from like a recessed sitting area by a fireplace, and people are like smoking cigars. You can see there's like 3 or 4 bars. There's chefs cooking things live to order, and the place is packed. Every very important and very pretty person in West Acadia is here. Not to mention, you're seeing all of the gods here as well. You see a man with a long, white, very well-groomed beard. Again, kind of like an umber skin color in the scales. And his hair is up in a very trendy man bun. He's wearing no shoes, very slick white and platinum dress pants, and a dress shirt. I'm sorry, a jacket, no shirt. You're seeing Azamat as he is kind of talking. You see every now and then he kind of looks at this beautiful woman with raven black hair. There's a little bit of streaks of gray at the sides, wearing this gorgeous red dress, silky and rhinestone. As you look at it, almost seems to have different colors as she moves. And she gives him a little like that to him, a little wave, and they wave to each other. They don't talk to each other. You can tell that's Tarzamat, his fallen beloved, who fell to become the eighth devil lord of hell. You see this. You see a massive tall man with big red flowing hair and in an equal flowing beard. Big. And I'm not talking red like ginger red, like ruby red. He is wearing kind of like very loose, baggy clothes, very red and very white motif. And he is just in the lotus position, just talking about like loving yourself, loving your neighbor. What does love mean? It means forgiveness. There's Autoraya basically having some kind of patchouli hangout session. You have at a table shot glasses stacked up high, and another shot glass stacked even higher. A man with a very military haircut, wearing a military uniform made entirely out of metal, looking a little drunk and angry, at a woman who looks like the St. Polly's girl, one leg over the other, laughing at him. You see Koga and Rochelle, the god of war, the goddess of wenches and working ladies, just laughing at Koga, having a drinking competition. You're seeing somewhere off in the distance, imagine if you would Gal Gadot in a like a power suit and pants combination, like just sternly having a conversation with people. That's Minerva over there in the corner talking to also Afra, who's also got her glasses on, but they're upside down, and she's kind of like basically having a laugh with Minerva. Every single god in every pantheon, as well as other powerful mortals, are here. And walking around shaking hands is Corwin Tyranus.
Is there a stage, BJ?
A stage?
Mm-hmm.
There is, absolutely.
Are there musicians on the stage, or is it a stage for like announcements and stuff?
Currently,
you
see two people on stage. They have a tall booth, a DJ booth. See, they have this kind of metal helmet with LED lights going across for the eyes. They have no mouth, no human features, but they are playing music. And you see in alternating prestidigitation cantrips, Brothers Braggy. The Brothers Braggy are Daft Punk, and they are playing amazing hits from all over the world.
That's incredible. Wow. Is Dragon's girlfriend here?
She is. And she is wearing a breathtaking kind of, for lack of a better word, Valkyrie dominatrix opera singer power suit. You ensemble that however you want to in your head.
Okay. Ilona whispers in Dragon's ear, I need you to take the stage so everyone's distracted. And then at the end of your set, you need to thank your producer, which is Corwin Tyranus. And that's all I got so far. Do you have any ideas? I don't know what's happening.
I is that look, what if I can't like perform up there? I've done this once.
And you were great. You were so good. It's like your
you.
body here knows what to do.
Wish that was how it worked most of the time.
I know, right?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna avoid doing what I was going to do. And yes, should I grab my girlfriend and go up and perform?
I mean, can you without her? I don't think you can.
I don't know.
She's half the band.
That's fair. All right. So he's like, I really hope you have a good plan, because If not, this could get awkward really fast because I still don't know her name.
I have
Never told me.
No. Alona looks to Morel. Morel, what's Dragon's girlfriend's name?
I don't bloody know. I don't know her.
No.
Great. This is going to go so well.
Call her like your little siren or something. She's got a great voice. I don't know.
Sure. I'll walk on over to her. Hello, my siren. So would you like to join me on stage? I'm going to put on a little performance in front of all these very important people.
Give me a diplomacy check.
No.
Because I'm fantastic at these.
Yeah, and I know that this has all just been yes-anding. I don't think we've made more than 4 skill checks this entire AU spinoff.
No.
22.
22. So she's kind of balancing like a very, very beautiful mead cocktail in her hand. She kind of goes, "Babe, here now? Like, I mean, yeah, you know what? Fuck it." She just shotguns it, throws it into the fireplace adjacent. It shatters the glass. The fire roars, and she goes, "Yeah, let's let them know what we can do. Lead the way, babe. I got your back."
So Dragon is watching this whole thing wide-eyed, and he just goes, "Holy shit, you're sexy."
and she kind of laughs, and then she kind of pulls back her leather skirt, showing the fishnet stockings, and you also see on the garter belt 2 looks like almost 2 like gun holsters, but inside both those gun holsters is a drumstick baton. She pulls them out and she goes, "Well, that's basically why you found me in the Fae and decided to date me." And then she just walks up on stage and starts clicking a beat like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And Dragon goes up with her and is seriously contemplating wanting to go back now.
Give me a performance check with a +4 because you have oh gosh, this is hard to say. Felvanane, a partner on the drums and lead vocal.
All right, Dice, you've been very good to me tonight. Please be good here. Hero point. There it goes.
Ooh, good.
Okay, so that it's not great, but it's better than what it was. It's a 17.
17. Hold on.
Can I pull an assist?
Okay. So you take the stage. It's a little awkward because you don't have any instrument and you don't really have a microphone. You're singing live. Your girlfriend pulls out these 2 drumsticks and immediately an entire drum kit magically appears. And as she starts just, you see this wild energy start rippling off of her. The power of the Fae and the Felvanane just starts taking over the stage. And as you start singing, she goes, and then she kind of like does like a awkward finger gun to you, and a microphone appears and a guitar appears. The brothers Braggy, who are sitting there spinning the hits, look at this, kind of look at each other, shrug, kill the main sound, and they start live mixing with what you're doing. Give me one more performance check. Go right ahead. In +4.
Oh, because that one had a +4. Okay, so that's a 27 I just rolled.
Nice. What we have here is a Svigar metalhead, like secondary lead screamo metal. Over here we have a Felvanane, like the Fae, the people that invented music and chaos, just improvising drum solos and operatic metal singing, being accompanied by 2 people, the most powerful techno sound kit in the freaking planet, backing you up. Everyone has to stop because what's happening is probably the most amazing musical performances the gods themselves have ever seen. You 4, you 3 mortals, and you elven trickster from across the Fade dimension. You are showing gods on this plane what music can be. Not practiced, not rehearsed, spontaneous, chaotic, and mind-blowing. Every god in creation is watching you right now. Azamat, the entire astral crew, gods of every pantheon from Nubia to Shin to Azmakhan, they're all watching you. Like the wise man Tim Gunn once said, don't fuck it up. Now, with that distraction, Sidney, well, because like, what if he rolls a 1? If I have him roll it again, he's going to fuck it up. Sidney, Corwin Tyranus is watching as well. With this distraction, everything you're going to be doing gets a +4 from Wes. What do you do?
I have zero idea. For once in her life, Ilona just did a thing and didn't have a plan. Also, I forgot that the fan art world were all music based. So Ilona's gonna sidle up right behind Corwin and try not to get noticed.
Give me a stealth check with a +4.
Okay.
So sneaky. Ilona is so sneaky. So sneaky.
Ilona's so not sneaky.
Yeah. Darn.
Ilona's like the least sneaky, I think, out of everyone. No, that's probably Ichi. You said +4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a 12, bro.
So just like any guy who's ever been to a concert and someone comes up behind them, you awkwardly kind of go, well, I'm so sorry. And Corwin Tyranus looks over his shoulder and goes, oh, it's you. You came. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you for inviting me. And I hope this performance is giving you so much business. I was telling Dragon he should go on stage because this is like the perfect exposure opportunity.
Bold calls make for glorious tales. This is definitely what we need because with everyone watching him, they're not watching me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I knew that would be something you might want. So I went ahead and I did that for you. You're welcome.
I really must thank you, Ilona. You would come here to see me face to face like this.
You see his eyes start to grow brighter as the green begins to almost leak out of his face. And as the fire drops on the ground, you see it begin to burn and sizzle the ground.
I really must thank you. Because I never knew that you would just serve yourself up for destruction like this.
What?
What?
Ilona,
I gave you an offer. And you
just-
chose yes, clearly.
Yeah, I did change my whole mind on the whole thing because I was like, what? Things are already pretty weird. I might want a sword.
Sword. No. The sword is an extension. When Korokos came to me, or when I came to Korokos, I knew giving him a piece of metal with a tip at the end would make him happy. It's just an extension of my gift. No,
So what is your gift?
My gift? My gift is corruption. My gift is destruction. My gift is that one day we'll drown the whole damn world. And then we'll save the world from its own demise.
Did you say he'll drown the world?
He did say he would drown the world.
like he's gonna drown the world, or somebody else gonna drown the world?
He continues looking and he says,
I am going to drown the whole damn world in sheets of water bigger than mountains. I will wash away everything.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. The world's pretty broken. I mean, it's a pretty broken place to be. In this process, Alona's going through everything in her mind and trying to figure out what the fuck she can do.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see Alona like looking like terrified or seeing what's happening?
yes, I'm going to put this at a -4 because there's a huge crowd of godly beings.
That's fair. That is also fair. That's like an 8.
Oh.
You can see she's looking at, like when you look across the room, you see someone looking, talking, and making head movements, but you have no idea what's happening. So those.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Question, PJ. Do
Mhm.
I see Koromat at this party?
Give me a religion check.
Yeah. I also just became a master in religion. So this is a 34.
Nice.
What?
So, critically succeeding your religion check. You look around. You obviously see Azmat. You see his beloved and long lost Tarzmat. Forever the two shall never be together again.
Uh-huh.
You see this almost like alligator looking guy with a very thick neck and a powerful body, but a giant smile on his face. You see Impetimat. You see the entire second generation of dragons. And you see kind of this, you don't see Kodamat, but then you start to remember about the scale, the Great Dragon War's tale, the memory you saw. As you look at Corwin Tyranus, there's all of the signs. You're almost dead positive Corwin Tyranus is Kodamat.
Bitch. I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes and kind of smirk a little bit and say, "I got better."
But your friend Tobias hasn't, has he? He still doesn't know if he's going to die killing me or not. Like his father did in the same damn city you're headed to. I must thank you in making my job so easy.
We're gonna stop you. We did once. We can do it again.
That's what Tobit said. That's what they all say. The bravado of the martyr. So sure. Until I come back and their death in vain. That's why it's a cycle. Because I keep coming back.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Load weapon aggressively.
Yeah. Ilona looks Koromat dead in the face and says, "Then we're gonna be there every single time." And shoots divine wrath at him.
All right. That's a roll to hit, or is that a save on my end?
That is a save on your end.
Okay. What's the DC to
Fortitude
beat?
save.
Fortitude
The
save.
DC to beat is a 26.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens in a fail scenario? Not a critical fail, but a fail scenario.
That's a great question. Let's find out. It's a brand new spell. It's a brand new spell. Divine Wrath. I'm just gonna wow, why are there so many spells? I have so many. Okay, so on a fail, the creature takes full damage and is sickened 1.
Awesome. What's the full damage? How much dice?
You're gonna love this. Well, I casted heightened. So the full damage is 5d10.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So
No.
5d10. I want you to roll that for me really fast.
Okay.
And while that happens, yes, Dragon, you're on stage. You see this basically like this space laser just strike Corwin Tyranus. And you see smoke coming off his shoulders, and the gods part like the sea. And he looks to her and he looks to you. Let me know when you have that damage.
I gotta do math. I'm so sorry. I add my spell attack mod, right? Unless it says so, I don't.
Yeah, if it doesn't say to do so, you don't do it.
Okay. That's just 19 damage.
Okay. So 19 damage. Wes, he turns to you. That man in the corporate suit that you saw in the studio is now his skin sloughing off, just pieces and chunks dripping like wax from a candle. So you see his hands, his claws break through his human flesh, and he starts really ripping it off. And now you see before you this sickly green dragon with that same scale that you recovered from Orr shimmering in the night sky. It kind of turns to you, sizzling and smoking. What do you do?
So while the music's still going, Dragon just yells into his mic, "It's time for a new type of show!" And then pulls his sword out, sticks it straight up in the sky, and casts Call the Lightning. Or I'm sorry, Draw the Lightning.
So are you activating your magical sigil that makes all your armor appear?
Yeah, so he slaps it on, draws his sword, puts it up in the sky, and casts Draw the Lightning.
All right, roll. I got to roll a reflex save, don't I?
Okay. Yes. So cast Draw the Lightning, and it sends lightning at him, but it also strikes. Lightning strikes down. It creates a storm cloud inside of the room. On the ceiling. Lightning strikes down at the sword and at the target.
So he doesn't critically fail, but he definitely fails the reflex save. He's taken 19 damage so far. Why don't you roll damage? And once I get that number, I'll describe what happens.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
That's the most metal thing I've ever heard in my entire life. There's like a metal performance. All of a sudden, somebody pulls out a sword and then lightning comes down.
You're not gonna lie, if I was at a metal concert and that happened, fake not, no fucks given, my head would blow up.
The amount of hype is very real.
So that's 28 points of lightning damage.
There it is. All right. 28 points of lightning damage. As you lift your sword up in the sky and you say, time for a different, and like, draw the lightning, and you hit your symbol, suddenly the lightning strikes your sword, and this circle of electricity sweeps around your blade and starts to sweep over your body. And then as it does this, you see it encapsulate your arms and starts making all this fabric and bring beautiful gloves. And it starts to move over your face and bring beautiful headdress and tiara. Starts moving down your body, bring beautiful swooping ribbon, moves down your body armor as it starts to encapsulate you, and then bring beautiful blazing tutu and knee-high boots. As you activate the most metal spell ever, you Sailor Moon fully into Dragon, the Battle Magus.
Yes.
And all of the gods are like, fucking cool. Like, they are loving this. Now I want each of you to give me one more 3-action turn.
Okay. Oh, crap. Ooh, most of my spells are heals. Most of my spells are heals.
Yeah, but the spells you don't have that are heals are like freaking nuclear bombs. What are we talking about?
That's true. All right, Searing Light it is. That might be better. No, it's not. It's not better. It's 5d6 fire damage. And there wait. Is Cormat a fiend or an undead?
Roll and see what happens.
Well, it depends on if he gets extra damage or not.
It's normally D6, right?
It's normally 5d6 fire damage, but if he's a fiend or undead, it's an extra 5d6 good damage.
Roll the extra damage.
Oh, okay, cool. This is great. Oh, I am so down for this. That's so many d6. Wait, so this okay. That's good to know. All right. All right, that's 37 damage.
37 damage. Okay. So Wes, what are you gonna do?
So I am going to leap off of the stage, sword in the air with still charged with electricity. I'm going to spell strike. I'm going to try and jump off the stage at him and spell strike him with my sword and cast Sudden Bolt.
Okay. I will just give you the leap full up and I'll give you a +4 to your attack because you are getting the high ground on him.
Awesome. Please be kind to me, dice. Please. It was very kind. It was very, very kind. It's not a nat 20. It's not a nat 20, but it's very, very kind. So we're gonna see. Okay, so that is a 35 to hit.
So I just want to make sure you still have the effect of draw the lightning in your blade, right? So
wait, +4. That's that's 39.
So you still have the effect of draw the lightning on your sword, right?
Yes.
You just dirty crit this spell strike. So that's the blade, that's the sudden bolt, that's the draw the lightning bonus. I gotta go. I'll be right back because you're gonna be rolling for a while. I'll be right back.
I have a lot of dice to roll, everybody.
And while I'm gone, Sydney, roll either perception or religion and report the number.
Oh, I'm rolling religion. I'm a master now, man. I gotta get in. Gotta get in with that good religion. Good religion. Not bad religion, like the song and the band who wrote the song. All right. Where is that? I didn't even roll great. It's still pretty dang good. I really want fan art of Magical Girl Dragon.
I also want Magical Girl Dragon. I just did so much damage.
Do we kill him in this life? I really hope we do.
So before activating the crit, I did 63 damage. So I just did 126 damage to this guy. That's so many dice. No, they're all gone. I knocked my thing over. I guess it's
Oh my god.
But I just did 126 damage. I want to see PJ's face when he comes back.
I want to see it too. I want to see it so bad. I'm gonna clip the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And put it on TikTok.
I'm gonna pick up my dice while he comes back. Because they're everywhere.
If you like one shot kill Korikos. Wait, no. The Green King, who is Koromat, who I had a feeling it was Koromat. I had a feeling. There was like no direct evidence to be like, but now we know. And now we have to tell the rest of the party when we get back. But there's no time because we're going to be in the trenches right outside New Jack City. So we're going to have to hold on to this information for a really heckin' long time.
Yes, a really heckin' long time. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't roll 1d12. I just realized.
Oh,
Hold up. I might do more damage.
oh, gee.
So it was 63, and now it's 67. So it's 134 points of damage.
Jesus freak. Oh my God.
I love this so much.
That is
Mhm.
holy shit.
We got to play
Oh
it off.
my
We got to play it
God.
off like I didn't do well at all, though.
Right, of course. Yeah. We're gonna come in and be like, well, it was gonna be really cool,
Yeah.
but he rolled only ones.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh, we
freak
don't even have to
accident.
say that. It's just like, yeah, I rolled really low. It's only 134 points of damage.
Reap
Very
Psyche,
excited
yes,
about
he
this.
has after this, he has taken 200 plus damage in one round. That is accurate. Yep. Well, he is a god, so we'll see what happens though.
Uh-huh.
Though I'm confused because if he's a dragon, technically that would be like divine-ish energy. So that's something to look into. Hey,
What's up?
PJ.
Hey, what's up? Sorry about that. So,
Hey,
Okay.
man.
yeah.
So I rolled dice.
Yeah. Did you?
And
I'm sorry, continue.
I only did 134 points of damage.
I was worried. I don't know if he's doubling. No, you doubled. I don't care if you didn't. You're doubling.
I doubled that. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Say it again. Say it again. One more time. Say it again. One more time.
134 points of damage.
God, it hurts so good.
Very excited about this.
All right, Sydney, what was your perception check?
Oh, I got a 26.
26. Okay. So as you unleash the divine radiance that drops upon this now fully revealed humanoid figure with green scales with a horrible sheen and a bit of a draconic flair to their body. Wes, tell me the tale. How do you destroy? How do you destroy him?
Okay. So in this room full of gods, Dragon pulls out the shield and places on himself and turns into the magical girl Dragon. Raises his sword into the air. The lightning strikes it in the dragon. And then he uses the energy of the room to just leap into the air off the stage, holding his sword like this while the lightning is still arcing through the sky, and brings the full force that he can muster down while casting, not only with the electricity from the cloud that he has created, but also the sudden bolt energy. So his sword is literally brimming with electricity and slashes into the neck of this dragon, bringing every ounce of might he can muster into it, and lands under the, cuts through, lands into the ground with enough force to put his hand into the floor.
So you land the blade. You see time freeze and stop for a few seconds as finally the electricity bursts forth from his neck, from his eyes, from his mouth, as he screams in pain and as he melts into a puddle. But as he melts, you see all this green energy. Sydney, you see the green energy leave his body. It's not just aimlessly meandering up or even exploding outward into a massive burst. It flies out in a very distinct direction, like it has somewhere to be. But Koramat is struck dead at this party. And Dragon, you can hear on stage in the dead silence your drummer girlfriend, Felvanane, a warrior musician goddess, just go, he's so fucking hot. I'm gonna carry his baby babies.
Yeah, that I like that plan. Mm-hmm.
As that happens, the dark night becomes darker. Stars begin to fade one by one. You lose complete sight of the crowd of deities staring at you. Somewhere off in the distance, you can just hear Thor go, "Fuck yeah!" But even that begins to fade. Everything fades and fades and fades. And as you can feel almost like water under your feet, your body begin to move and lurch. You all hear in your head, "Wind called, father bound, the child will go. Great horizon, falling suns to hold up the sky. Never ending, the cycle will move, rotating towards its own end until cataclysms fail, suns and suns, and thus the cycle ends them all. End the cycle, end the cycle, end the cycle, and the sun. What was destruction begets destruction undone. For this time, when the horizon is high, call to the death, the blood is nigh. Blood of kings, children lost and dead, upon crystal horizons, falling suns and suns with broken heads, from the past buried and returned, false kings rings, to the land where divinity mourn, final standings. Beyond the well, a lie is teeming, cycle ends, by the few not fleeing." And as his voice repeats, it soon becomes your own voice repeating the prophecy of the 9th cycle, until your own voice fades like an echo into the back of your mind. And that weird, warm night sky in Western Acadia high-rise turns into the sudden, chill, cold, damp air. And standing over you is a woman with her hair up in a bun, olive drab uniform, suspenders, sleeves rolled tightly over her arms. "Hey, you okay? You ate shit there for a bit."
Like looks over to Alona. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Good. It's up on your feet time, because we have to go. And that is where we're going to end episode 26 of Edge of Legend. Hope you like this little filler arc with the AU, where we went to Los Angeles Edge of Legend world. I've actually been in my...
It didn't end up being really any filler, to be honest.
Yeah,
it had
right?
just as much plot as a regular episode with just as much messing around.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
I do. I know what she's talking about.
Not gonna lie, in my head, I've been playing and toying with the idea of like AU Edge of Legend. Like, what if it was in like Los Angeles and Morel Harkesian was like had his nice Jeep and all these kind of fun things and what you now. Obviously, I would love to get Randy and Kylie and Sam back and maybe one day do a proper Edge of Legend alternate universe in Los Angeles.
Yes.
But until then, we're gonna have to say our goodbyes and tell everyone good night. We'll see you next time. Let us start off. It'll be a very quick goodbye. Let's start off with Wes Johnson. Wes, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this episode. This has been awesome. I am at West_IRL on all of the things, so please follow us on there. On Fridays, I run a show called Yeet for Initiative. It's a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition show, which PJ happens to be one of my awesome players. And we will be back this week after a few weeks of hiatus, and very, very excited for that. So
Yeah. Next up, Sydney, please tell us, Sydney, who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I am not in any shows other than this right now, but that's not the case in a month or so. So just keep following me on the internets, and you'll catch up. We'll get there. Thank you guys for being here tonight. This was so much fun. I'm so glad I know who Cormat is now confirmed. Anyway, yay. I love you guys. Have a good night.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, internet, TikTok, and Twitter. Come find me, and let's have fun when I'm not here. On Wednesdays, you can find me here Mondays for Wayward Arcadium Season 2, starting August 8th. That's right, August 8th, in a few weeks. Me and the rest of the classmates are getting ready for Season 2, and we cannot wait for you to see what craziness is going to happen then. So tune in August 8th, 8 to 11 p.m. Monday nights for Wayward Arcadium Season 2. You can catch up on the podcasts, Wayward Arcadium on Spotify. You can also see me on Wes's show, Heat for Initiative, Friday night. Also, you can find some really cool stuff with me at Queen's Court Games. I'm doing a Vampire Masquerade podcast called the All Night Society, or TANS. It's awesome stuff. I think 3 episodes of Season 2 have dropped with me, so go check that out. And I think enough of that for now. More announcements as and when we can announce them. Until then, I want to thank not only Sidney and Wes for coming here. I want to thank Sam and Kylie and Randy for everything they do when they're here. And we cannot wait to have you here again. You deserve all the time you can get. We love you. We miss you. We can't wait to see you again. And last but not least, I want to thank Joe. Joe, the badass, Joe, the amazing, Joe, the splendiferous, because he always does amazing work. Even right now, juggling 2 things at once. What a friggin' pro. I love you so much, Joe. Thank you so much. Couldn't be here without you. Well, now we are going to look to raid someone. Let's see. Oh, also, last before I forget, I want to thank everyone that tuned in and gave this weird filler AU/not filler AU a chance. I hope you liked it. And if you did like it, who knows? Maybe we'll one day do a full AU with everybody. And I'll have a lot more planned and prepped for that day. Words are hard. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in and joining us. I'm going to be raiding. I think we'll raid Hero Zone again. Let's raid Paul Dances. I like Paul Dances.
Paul!
Good old Paul. Oh yeah, and
Olivia.
Please join us. Yeah, Olivia's amazing. And please join us in the Discord. We might be putting more things from the AU in there. I don't know. I don't make any empty promises, but we might. What should our raid call be when we go in there?
Alternate universe.
Alternate universe. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do. All right. Hitting the raid button. The raid has been started. We're going to tally everyone. So until then, I'll see you same nat time, same nat channel here for Edge of Legend, and we'll see where we go with New Jack City on the horizon. Could be fun. All right. Raiding in 3, 2, 1.